And we're live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Chromatic Chimera, where the story is made up and the XP doesn't matter. All right, I think the audio is working.
Woo!
First of all, before we get started, happy birthday to Megan, who plays Rosalind. Say hello to everyone, Megan. It is your birthday.
Say hello.
Hello to everyone, Megan. It is your birthday.
So for her birthday, she will get a free nat 20 on any roll to affect the game. Because
Can I also have a nat 1 for when Crew Hazel does his feedback check? I just want
Wake me up. Wake me up.
It's in the new Warlock character he has promised me.
The Prince spell.
3 warlocks.
Yeah, you also could make it a nat 1 if you so desire. It's a nat 1 or nat 20, so if you want to screw up a monster or Crew Hazel,
A monster.
the prince that was promised, the warlock that's promised. And so, other than that, other things to note is we have a dice giveaway going on our Twitter. You have a chance to win two incredible sets of dice, inspired by the idea of the Astral Star, Azor Bale, and Crew Hazel, who, because Crew Hazel. I believe we will be drawing those on the 28th. We'll announce the winner live here on SteamSpell. I think that's all the business stuff out of the way, right? Okay, well, if not, too bad. Previously on SteamSpell, the Star Touched went into the inner chambers of Aosadel. Within, they found a strange and alien sight of metal, unnatural power, and the Adelian Oracle Unit 42. It divulged that it was a living conduit and interface for the Adelian Oracle Interface, a sort of server full of knowledge for the Adelian fleet. Through utilizing its inquiry function, Crew Hazel and Roz were able to determine the Farseer had traveled to Magno Adel, another Adelian facility. This was said to be located near the city of Ghostwatch. Rex smashed the Oracle and gave Crew Hazel its orb. Meanwhile, Kat was being led somewhere by Julianne and her hunter killers when a dark angelic figure descended from a cloud of darkness, wielding a radiant Zweihander. The figure with black wings dispatched the hunter killers and a cowering Julianne with ease, and this person was most obviously Corvus Altera, who so quickly returned Kat to the party. Gray exchanged some words, and he offered the group a chance to hunt the Blight of the Biomancer. And Corvus offered the group a chance to hunt the Blight of the Biomancers with him, with the promise that this journey only has one ending. He departed, and Elena and Rex came from the ruins and bid the group farewell after mentioning heading to Ghostwatch. After making a quick detour to Arnica to stop, drink to forget the day, and getting their payments from the Grand Temple, the Star Touch left the city to head for Acorn. On the way, they encountered a contingent of soldiers traveling from Stonebridge to join Sir Gregor in Thunderbluff for an assault on Baelin, who had just received an edict of relief. The group also encountered the traveling halfling beekeeper, Mr. BG. Very original name. They arrived at the fabled promised land of Acorn. Soon they were greeted by the Swiftfoot family, and the legendary Randy Swiftfoot invited the party in for some hospitality and a warm meal. And that is where we shall begin today, is at the paradise that is Swiftfoot Farms.
By a warm meal, you mean a mushroom house that's been heated by the sun all day.
Randy kind of looks over. No, that's not what I thought at all. No.
You don't have any that you need to demolish just lying around?
Do you really want to try and eat a house? Can your stomach even fit all of that?
I want to at least sample it. Like, how can you not?
So Randy kind of goes over to the mushroom house, pulls out a little knife and scrapes some off and hands it to you. Well, it's your funeral.
Oh, yeah, thank you. What's it taste like?
It's very bitter. It tastes earthy, bitter, and not good. This is not an eating mushroom. This is a house mushroom.
Like coffee mixed with truffles?
Yeah.
I'm not into it.
Does it taste like a Nintendo Switch game?
I can't say that I know what that is. Probably something you weird halfling kids are into.
Probably.
But, okay, this was disappointing. Although I'm not ruling out Nettle, I'm not ruling out eating your house. Just throwing it. I'll do it if I have to.
So the door is open and you have all these halflings beckoning you inside, like, come on, come on, come on.
I'm not leading the way.
Nettle leads the way.
I will follow.
Okay, we'll follow.
Nettle
Alright.
like
The rear.
marches into the house like, welcome. Would you like the grand tour? This is the kitchen. This is where we eat. This is the bathroom. That's where we poop. This is the bedroom. That's where
Nope, the bathroom has plumbing.
Oh, I assumed you used a
Wow.
litter box.
this is the living room. That's where we live.
I'm sure one of the boys or girls could give you a tour if you really want to see the whole place. Meanwhile, I think Molly is cooking up some mean halfling soup.
You cook your mean residents.
No, we don't cook meat people. We're making a delicious stuffed onion soup.
My favorite.
So inside the mushroom house, there's a bunch of small halfling children running around, and you hear it, go outside, and the house smells of onions and all these other wonderful vegetable aromas, and a slight hint of wine, and scents also include thyme, bay leaf, pepper, and you can see some steam coming from the kitchen. And that's where Molly Swiftfoot is busy away cooking dinner.
Mommy!
Nettle, you're home! And this halfling who looks like an older, like 50-year-old version, human years, of Nettle, comes out of the kitchen wearing like an apron and like farmer dress. And she comes over and gives Nettle a big ol' hug.
Like, Mama, I am a very serious hero now, but I don't always have time for hugs.
All heroes always have time for hugs, darling, especially for their mothers.
You hear that, guys? Always have time for hugs.
I'll write that down.
That's
and I
assuming
write it
you're a
down.
hero.
That's assuming you have a mother.
Well, this
Everyone
got
has
dark.
a-
I'm Crook Hazel. Good to meet you.
So Molly shakes your hand and she looks over at Gray. Everyone has a mother when they're in the Swiftfoot household.
Oh, Molly.
The dogs outside are barking fiercely.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. There are dogs on the Swiftfoot farms. You all kind of get the quick introductions. Like I'm Randy. This is Molly, the eldest of Nettle's siblings. This is Ash. Then the next one. This is Basil and the twin Hazel. And this is Chloe. And this is Juniper. I wonder where Luke got off to. Maybe he ran into town to go get something.
Luke! Where's Luke?
Is Luke adopted?
No.
Yes, Luke is adopted.
I figured he was either adopted or you didn't like him as much.
Oh no! We adopted Luke. We got him. He already had a name, so it felt wrong to give him a different name. We didn't want to change his name and neuter him of his culture, of course.
No, it's not good to neuter people against their will. I would agree.
Nettle, didn't you say Luke was a half-elf?
Yeah, he's my big brother in more ways than one.
Very cool. I don't know what that means, but it sounds
He's the
fun.
tall one.
Ah, yes.
He's very tall. But that means that he can always reach the tall shelves.
Yes, I wish he was around because I'm trying to get that bottle of the Elandi White up there for the
yeah.
soup.
I'll get
Pass
it.
Mage hand and grab it and bring it down.
Yep, I did that.
Thank you. And Molly sets back to the big old pot of soup that is boiling because they've got a lot of mouths to feed. And like next to the kitchen is this dining room, and this is just this long table to fit all the halflings. Oh, so sorry about the chaos, my friends. You see, with the birthday party coming up real soon, we got all the Swiftfoot clan here, but Keith's running a little late this year. Keith always runs late.
Keith Swiftfoot, huh? Is he the black sheep of the family?
Keith is something of what we call a bachelor. He took more to. He spends a lot of time at the Drunken Ogre, you see.
Oh, I was there earlier today, and I pat my keg that I've given to Randy.
Well, of course, in moderation, of course. And all of a sudden you hear ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling. It's dinner time.
Yay!
So all these children come like pouring inside. They're all dirty like Nettle is, or maybe even dirtier.
Gray's gonna cast prestidigitation on each one as they pass him by.
And like you see a bunch of like Saint Bernard dogs come, a few Saint Bernard dogs come trailing behind them, and a giant badger tries to get in, and Basil, one of Nettle's older brothers, he's kind of muscular for a halfling, and he has thick curly brown fur all over him with white patches around his eyes and nose. In his sleeveless button shirt, he's like, "No, get out there! No."
Basil,
Yes, Nettle.
after dinner, do you want to wrestle?
Hell yeah.
I'm quite good now.
Basil gets top spun. Molly smacks him upside the head. What did we say about swearing in the house, young man?
I am known as the Princess of Pain.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Wait, what did we say about swearing in the house? I need to know this.
There is no swearing in the house, especially when the children are around. We respect the ears of the youngers.
Okay, so you have to go outside for swearing?
Off of the Swiftfoot property, please. We say beans here.
Gray casts message to Roz. What the fuck? You can reply to this message.
So if I need 2 beans, but stronger, if I need to do some strong beans, I have to leave the entire property, which, as far as I know, is the whole town, or where are your property lines?
The property line. Randy leans over. Just do it out of earshot of Mrs. Swiftfoot, will you?
I can try my best. Yes, that's very far away, but I think I can handle it. Okay.
All right. Come on, Chief. Come on, sport. We gotta eat. So they have extra spots at the table, surprisingly. They have like a little kids table set up in the corner.
Ooh, can I sit at the kids' table?
Yes, Krukazel is
Yes.
going to sit at the kids' table, and Randy and Molly and the other Swiftfoot, most of Nettle's older siblings, are like serving up this soup for everyone.
I would assume Nettle's also at the kids' table.
Nettle is at the kids' table.
Oh, yes. Cool table, cool table.
And so is Juniper. Juniper is one of Nettle's older sisters. She's around 18. And she's very bubbly and bouncy, and she's very happy. And she's just kind of like looking at Krukazel like, oh.
I give her a flower with Druidcraft. Actually, I make it grow behind her ear. That's cooler.
She has so this flower grows up behind her bouncy red hair, and her big green eyes shift over to it, and she's like, "Oh, I've never met a dragonborn before."
Well, before Nettle, I'd never met a halfling, so that makes 2 of us.
Really? You don't? Where you come from?
I come from very far away in Dragonfrost. It is very cold there.
You don't have halflings in Dragonfrost?
As far as me world building on the spot, no, we do not.
Most likely halflings do not. Most of the races that live in Dragonfrost.
Look, we got 2 things there. We got dragons and we got frost.
It's mostly a lot of the more hardy, tough races that live down there. So dragonborn, bugbears.
Yes, it's
halflings.
typically only people who are very accustomed to the cold, like me, and I kind of snort some frost out of my nose.
I read some books about dragonborn once.
Oh, really?
And she's just kind of like, and she just starts rattling your ear off about like inane Dragonborn history and culture facts that you already know most of because, well,
I will politely listen the whole time.
oh. So I take it the rest of you are sitting at the adults table.
What are Gray and Kat doing? I don't follow Krukazel's lead because he just always follows Nettle's lead, which seems very dangerous. But what are the other non-grandpa adults doing?
Gray is definitely Cat fainted.
Oh, no! I'm sorry.
Gray is definitely just ignoring everyone and just eating as much as he can.
Cat goes where Roz goes.
Okay, Roz will seemingly reluctantly go sit at the adult table because the alternative is the kids table. That's just there are no good options here, really.
And unless you forget, Roz hates children.
It's not that I hate them, it's that I just want to eat them, and I feel like they really frown on that here, and I just don't want to get
There's too much fat.
So you're served your food. Gray is downing it. Gray, this soup is it's golden brown in color. It's got flavors of vegetable, a lot of onion flavors, herbs and spices like pepper, thyme, bay leaf, like you smelled earlier, and it's topped with melted cheese. And
Yes.
it's served with a nice big old hunk of toasted bread.
Yes.
This is probably probably your first time having home cooked food since you set out, or maybe even ever. And like the Swiftfoots are always like, the second your food's empty, they're already offering to refill your bowl. They're refilling your cup whenever it's empty. And it's so friendly, and there's so much hospitality within this place. It's almost, I'm pretty sure for a lot of you, it's pretty foreign, the amounts of hospitality you're seeing in here.
I don't think Kat has ever had a family meal before.
Oh. And how does that make her react?
She doesn't really know how to handle it.
I don't think Gray has ever had a family cooked meal either.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a thing that we've had.
I look over and I do a cutting motion, and then I take it and put it in my mouth and then chew.
This is why we need you at the adult table, Cable. You're letting us down.
I'm having fun over here.
All the little kids are just like, Mr. Dragon, Mr. Dragon.
Yeah, you guys never give me this much attention.
This is my friend, Mr. Krukukaloo. He has accompanied me on many adventures. And Nettle's like wielding her spoon like a sword, and she's like detailing her many adventures to everyone at the kids' table.
And all the kids are like, oh. And Basil looks back and he looks forward at the adults table, and he looks at the three adults who actually sat at the adult table. So you mean to tell me that you guys go on these adventures? Like, do you guys actually like slay dragons and stuff? Is it like the stories?
Well,
I'm a
we've
dragon.
never slayed a dragon.
Yeah, that would be very rude to Krukazel. How could you suggest that in front of him?
Oh, I didn't mean. I'm sorry, sir.
I'd kill a dragon too.
So how is Nettle out there? Like, is she fighting stuff, or is you guys just kind of like, and like
We try and protect her as much as we can. She's very brave, though.
And then there's Randy. That's my Nettle there.
We're more so her sidekicks, if you want to get down to it.
Oh, right on. And then one of Basil's twin, the sister Hazel, with her golden hair, and she's got like basically overalls on. Well, I think that Nettle should be staying back and helping on the farm. I don't really think she should have gone adventuring.
There is something to be said for sending children out to do dangerous work that most adults don't even survive, and expecting strangers to take care of your child.
Is it really that dangerous out there?
Yes.
Not at all.
See, Randy, I told you we shouldn't have let her go. I told you we shouldn't have let her go.
Do you have any dishes with meat in them?
Randy, I can fire up the grill real quick. So,
Grill? That is, yes, we might be friends after all.
I don't exactly have any meat on hand. You see, how do we say this to your Nettles taller friends? We don't eat meat here in Acorn.
But you have a grill? What do you use it for?
Mushroom steaks.
Oh,
I've got some candy.
Gray's just gonna pull out a ham.
well, I don't want to insult our hosts here, but we could contribute this ham. Can we, like, add it to do you have a casserole or something? How to...
Molly's just kind of like,
Ham. Get your own.
I don't really cook with meat much. Well, never, actually. And you just hear a voice from the kids' table. Nettle's friends are weird.
They are.
Shh, don't say that about Nettle's friends. That's rude.
Gray just kind of leans over to Kat. Nettle's family is weird.
Yeah, we're about as weird as they come, right there.
It's rude to eavesdrop.
I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Nettle like bounds up from the kids' table to the adult table. Papa.
Yes, my dear.
I defeated werewolves.
You defeated werewolves, really?
You can ask them. I did it.
And he looks over, like beckoning, like corroborate this story.
She did. Yep. 5 of them. Yeah. 3,
Not all
5.
of them were werewolves, but there were some werewolves. And I also won an arm wrestling contest.
Oh.
No, 3.
A lot.
And
She's actually freakishly strong for a small child.
It's a little weird.
Well, you know, working on the farm, it's probably made her get a little bit of muscle on them bones.
Oh, she's country strong.
You guys ride horses?
No, but we have giant badgers and dogs.
Huh. Cool.
I think Sprocket's got a big toad over at the mechanic shop.
Ooh. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna go swing by there later.
You'd like Sprocket. He's a very friendly fella.
Yeah, Gray will also as well.
I just want to see the giant toad.
Got something that needs repairing, so.
And one more thing, and I almost forgot. I have a knight.
And then all like you just hear ting 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 as like forks and spoons hit the tables. A knight?
I, Nettle Swiftfoot of the House Swiftfoot, am now a squire.
Yeah, I think a guy named Sir Gregor adopted her.
Oh, Sir Gregor, you know him really well.
Yeah, that guy.
Hi.
She's
Just a friend of mine.
a knight. And Randy and Molly get up and they go and hug Nettle. That's great, darling.
I'm gonna be a mighty hero one day.
And so everyone's just like cheering on Nettle. They're like, yay! Dinner kind of passes by. Some other small chatter goes by. You hear Randy at one point. He's like, I wonder where Luke got off to. Did he end up hanging out with Sprocket again? Ugh.
You want us to track him down? We are adventurers.
If you could. I mean, he's probably not too far. He probably just went into town real quick.
I mean, Nettle, do you want to see your brother?
Yeah. Luke's like my best friend.
Well, second, but yeah. All right.
Yeah, I think I should go too. To go check that out. Really, really want to meet Luke. Heard such great things.
All right. Well, dinner was delicious. Thank you very much, Molly and Randy.
All these positive things, like he's not a halfling. Not a Swiftfoot.
Wow.
He is a Swiftfoot, though.
That's not something Gray said out loud. Definitely not.
Well, just make sure you're back in time for dessert. We have lemon cakes.
I just had a lemon cake today.
Did you say lemon or lemming?
I heard lemon.
Oh, lemon. Okay. Okay.
Lemon.
So you guys y'all are bitted out of the mushroom house and pass through the fields. All the kids are like, "Bye, Nettles friends, we love you."
Gray definitely asked for like a to-go container for some of that stew.
Yeah, you totally got it. It's basically French onion soup, but the halfling version.
Mm-hmm. That's what I got from it.
And you've got like 3 jugs of it. Because Swiftfoots do not skimp out.
Fuck around. I'm gonna oh, Molly didn't hear that. I'm gonna cast Skywrite and say, "We love you too, Swiftfoots."
And they're all like, "Aww, they're so sweet."
I feel like I'm Gandalf. This game's sweet.
I mean, basically, like 3 of you guys are Gandalf.
Yeah, but I've got all these hobbits around me, and they think I'm cool.
So y'all head into town, and you pass by a few places. Crookhazel, you pass by the familiar sight of the Drunken Ogre Inn and Tavern. There looks to be a half ogre who's standing outside. He's just like waving. You met him earlier. It's Rumstain. You pass through the marketplace, and you pass by a sign to a shop that says Antiques, and eventually you reach this place that has like gears on the sign on the outside, and there's a hammer as well, and you just hear from within this mechanic shop.
As we're walking through the streets, I'd like to keep an eye out for a library for later use. It doesn't have to be right now, but...
All right, with your passive perception, you would find a library.
Cool, I will make note of where it is for later.
So you notice there is the Acorn Public Library, and you make note of it. It's right next to the antique shop. So you approach this. It's kind of this weird mushroom that's got like sheet metal and bricks and stuff all strewn about. And there's this halfling who's wearing just a white shirt standing outside. Hair's kind of a bit scruffy. He wears big old spectacles. Well, how do you do there?
Hi. Oh, go ahead, Nettle.
Howdy do.
Nettle, this is Hank. You know Hank. He's the town's grill repairer.
It's quite the specific job title.
He repairs other machines too, but Sprocket's kind of the head of the operation.
Howdy do. Have you seen Luke?
I'll tell you what, I have not seen Luke around in no meanwhile, but he did stop by earlier today to go and talk to Sprocket. Something about the swamp. I don't remember. He likes hearing about the swamp, you know. He always liked the tales about the Brekik.
The Brekik, my arch nemesis.
And any halflings who were nearby who heard the Brekik, they're like, kind of one of those things we don't talk about around here.
Excuse me, are you a man who repairs things?
I do. Hank and Sprocket's mechanic shop.
Just plunk the jet deck down.
I tell you what, I've never seen one of these before, but ooh, is this some steam priest technology? Well, I've never had any come through here.
I mean, sure. I don't know. I took it off a man that I killed. So.
Look, I don't ask no questions about where you get the stuff. I just am here to repair it and make sure it functions. Now, do you have any red aether? You're gonna need some red aether to get this bad boy running again.
I don't know. Out of character, do we?
I've got some green, but not red.
I don't think we just hand out aether.
Well, tell you what. I could get some in a shipment in like a few days. Give me like 3 business days, and I could get some red aether, and I could have this bad boy up and run for you in no time.
Do you know where we could find some?
Well, let's see. There's Madrid, but that's quite a ways east of here. Maybe in the
Great.
swamp. Maybe there's some in the swamp, but we mainly mine clay from the swamp.
Well, I mean, we were heading towards the swamp anyway.
Yes, and I don't think we want to stay here for several days to wait for it to ship.
Well, I tell you what. Give me a day, I can repair this, but you're going to have to get the fuel yourself to get it running. But it'll be in working condition.
So is, out of character, is the Aether what makes it go?
Yeah, but he can get it. It's broken right now. He can repair it to the point of you can use it. You just need to get fuel for it.
Okay, cool. How much is that going to cost?
Let's see. I've never worked with a machine like this before. Tell you what, 20 gold pieces, I could have this thing up and running for you in no time. Since you're a first-time customer, that's 10 gold pieces cheaper than my usual grill repair rate.
Is this a grill?
Well, it's fighter technology. Got to be the same, right?
I see no flaws in your logic. Here is 20 gold.
All right. Sprocket's probably going to help me out with this, but if you want to talk to him, he's inside.
I have no desire to speak to more people.
I want to know where your toad is.
Oh, Sprocket's got the toad. He's around the side out back.
Cat? Is Cat with us? Does the cat come with us? Yes, Cat. Do you want to bet on whether or not this is one of those psychedelic toads that we were talking about earlier?
I don't want to bet on that.
Okay, you're no fun, but alright. I want to go look at the toad.
So
I will
Roz,
go with her.
Roz goes around back. So does Cat. And in this pen, it's sitting in a big puddle. This giant, brown, smelly toad. It's got amber eyes, earthy skin. Some of the bumps look like mushrooms on it. It's covered in some algae and moss. And it's just...
I want to wild shape into it.
The Hypnotoad?
Yeah.
Is Grazel talking to it?
No, I want to wild shape into it and then talk
okay,
to
you're
it.
wild shape. Alright, we spoke at the same time. Hey, Nandel, could you come here for a second?
Reporting for duty.
Hi, I have a quest for you. A very
Quest?
important science quest. Do you like science?
That's more Juniper's thing, but I'll help.
Okay, I just have a theory about what happens when you lick toads. I think you should lick that toad.
Oh, no.
That seems like maybe not the best idea.
Children are very hardy, and they'll be fine. Also, it's good for the immune system. That's a thing that I definitely know about in this setting.
Don't. Hmm.
I agree with Miss Cat. This sounds yucky.
Okay, what if I cleaned it off first?
I mean, I'll just do it if you want.
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
by
okay.
all means.
You're
Yeah,
an adult. You can
okay.
make your own decisions.
Don't let this be how you go.
Toad, may I lick you?
I got consent first.
Make a toad saving
Gentlemen.
Are you speaking with the animal?
Yes. I will burn a spell slot for that shit.
Are you going to burn a spell slot to speak to the toad?
Yeah, I am.
I would prefer if you don't lick me. That's kind of weird.
Alright, I won't, but do you get people high when they lick you? Is that a thing you do?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You should meet my cousin Billy.
Oh, Billy the Toad.
He's one of them Psy toads.
And what's your name? Sir or madam?
The name's Mrs. Wiggles.
Well, Mrs. Wiggles, it was an absolute pleasure. I'm going to drop concentration so I don't have to speak to Mrs. Wiggles anymore.
Mrs. Wiggles gives you a whoosh, there's a tongue that just smacks you in the face and just
Wait, you can lick me? God, alright.
tasty.
Yeah,
And,
whatever, Mrs. Wiggles.
And as this is happening, you just hear this voice. Hey, no! Don't be licking people! No! Mrs. Wiggles, not again! Oh, they're gonna
So, are you gonna lick that frog or not?
No, she preferred I would not lick her, so I will not be licking her.
running around running around the side of the mushroom building is this halfling-sized frog person with dark green skin, the yellow belly, webbed hands and feet, and they're kind of doing like a half hop as they're like trying to get back there. Mrs. Wiggles, no, don't be licking people like.
Hello, I'm Krukazel. I did not lick your toad.
The name is Sprocket, and did my toad lick you?
Yes, but that's quite all right. I needed to wake up a little. I was a bit drowsy.
Well, I just don't want you getting the weird toad fever, you know?
Oh, jeez, really? I already have enough weird stuff. I think I'll be okay. Oh, it was a joke.
I'm just joshing you. Hey, Nettle, welcome back.
Hello.
Nettle, this is Mr. Sprocket. Mr. Sprocket's always like making little like wind-up toys. He always made little wind-up toys for you, and would let you and the other kids ride Mrs. Wiggles during like town fairs.
How's business, Mr. Sprocket?
Well, business has been good, you know, with the people getting the plumbing around here lately. Business has been real good.
I do miss the flushing toilets.
Yeah, there's still something that's gotta take on around the rest of the world. But did you see the new contraption I made your father?
What was that?
The lawnmower? I made a ridey one.
Oh, I told them all about the lawnmower, but I didn't know that it was fancy yet.
Well, you see, he had the push one, but I made him like a steam riding one. Powered by Aether. Sprocket is a genius.
You are a genius, Mr. Sprocket.
Yep. So,
do you have one that I can ride now?
No, your father kind of only has the only one I had. He paid top coin for it, though.
Guys, do you want to go back to my house later and ride the lawnmower?
I 100% want to do that.
What a sentence. That's just... Yep.
Sounded like a yes.
How fast is this lawnmower?
Well, I think I got it to be just as fast as a pony's trot was, so decently fast. You could maybe run over a kid with it, so be careful out there.
Okay, something more appealing as we go. How long can it run on one Aether tank?
You know, you maybe get like a good mowing of the front yard of Swiftfoot Farms. They got a big property, you know.
How many acres property do you have, Nettle?
A lot.
What kind of Aether does that use?
What's an acre?
Well, you see, it's a mix of red and blue. The blue part turns the brrr part. The red part makes it go vroom vroom.
So
Technical.
it's purple Aether?
Well, no, you see, they don't mix, actually. So you don't want to mix them. It's very volatile, and I do not recommend it.
Do you have any red Aether around?
Not in the shop, sadly. We can get another order in soon, though.
I need to speak to Randy.
So, what can I do for you? Usually, I don't get many out-of-towners, so I wish the shop looked a lot nicer, and I wish Mrs. Wiggles didn't go licking everybody.
Well, honestly, I just wanted somebody in this group to lick that frog, and they won't do it, so...
Oh! I mean, people do it as, like, a joke, but, like, I don't recommend it.
She said no.
She doesn't really like it.
Why doesn't she like it? She has no problem licking other people without their consent. When someone does it to her, now she has a problem. That just seems rude to me.
She probably saw a fly on your friend's face and was trying to do them a favor.
I feel like if there were a fly on Krukazel's face, he would have eaten it.
Well, that's just offensive.
Yeah. I move over to Sprocket's side and stare back at the group.
Wow.
You know, I've never seen a human before. And he's looking at Kat. Never seen a human. And then he looks over at Roz. Never. And then he looks over at Gray. You know, yeah, I've never seen a human before. This is a new day for me.
Well, we've never seen a frog man, so...
Did you think all three of us are human?
Yes.
Literally not one of us.
I'm gray and have horns
I love
I can pass.
and a tail.
We passed.
We pass.
I don't.
Well, Sprocket thinks you're a human, so.
Well, how fucking dare he?
I never knew humans had tails before, but maybe they're like, oh, humans get like tadpole stuff like the frogs. You still have tadpole.
No.
You're exactly
humans
right.
don't. No.
The
Gray,
cast
do you
guiding
wanna
bolt.
Nettle like
No.
Nettle like looks between all of her friends as if for the first time, and she's like, "Are you guys human?"
No.
I am human.
Yes.
Inside check.
But Gray, I
No,
feel
she
like-
believes it.
Damn it.
It's okay. He's a really cute tadpole, I'll have you know.
Oh,
I just
no.
want to pinch
You're
them cheeks.
gonna, no, this
No,
will not
no,
go
no.
well.
Don't touch me.
Gray, let's go find Luke. Yes?
Oh, you're looking for Luke. He was by here earlier. Said something about the Brekik or something.
And as the Brekik is mentioned, everyone's like, "Ah!"
What is the Brekik?
My leg.
You see, okay, so I come from Bullywug tribe in the Mire of the Damned. And my tribe, there's an evil, dark frog god who resides deep within the swamp. That's the Brekik. And, you know, the stories have been said that the Brekik attacks a lot of people in the swamp, especially lately with the clay mining going on. But the Brekik's mean, so I'm not a fan.
Have you seen the
But-
Brekik?
I've never seen the Brekik. No, I would. If I saw the Brekik, I'd be dead.
It's a frog god?
A big frog god. I don't think actually god. That's just the legends. They say it slipped out of the mountains long ago. Some place called something Adel. I don't really know.
I have to say, Dragon in the chat just said, "Ooh, must go lick the frog god."
Oh God.
I mean,
Our new
Roz is
quest.
Getting there, Dragon. I'm just waiting for an entrance in this conversation.
So,
Way to ruin my jokes.
yeah, don't go seeking the Brekik, no, but now that you mention it.
Kat immediately looks at Roz like, we're gonna go look for it, right? What's happening?
We are gonna go get some red aether, which seems to be in the area anyway, so of course we wouldn't.
Oh, fuck sticks.
But
Now that you mention it. Now I'm looking at Nettle in her full plate, like in her chainmail armor. Oh, fuck sticks, this isn't good. I should have said something earlier.
I thought you said beans.
I don't. I say whatever I want. We swear like sailors here at the mechanic shop.
Fuck
And you hear
yeah.
Hank. You hear Hank. Oh, son of a burp.
Oh, he abused himself. That must be really bad.
Oh, we're
Right.
working on a new device for the Swiftfoot household. But anyway, Luke said something about like when Nettle comes to visit for the birthday party, he was gonna show her he was a hero too.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
Where did Luke go?
So you're-
He may have mentioned going into the swamp. I can't believe I didn't think about it. Oh, jeez.
Well,
All right. Well,
to the swamp.
I thought I was a few days from retirement, but
I mean, you're not retired? Holy shit.
yes, I'm quite the trooper.
Oh,
Where
boy.
to go? Nettle like jumps on Maximus's back and just starts riding away.
Wait, Nettle, it's not safe.
You can't make
She
her do it.
doesn't care.
Yep.
You're gonna care when you're digested in the Brekik's big old tummy. Even
People
Mrs.
be less
Wiggles.
caring at that point.
Wouldn't be the worst.
I
I
mean,
think. Listen, you keep saying big. How big are we talking? Because I feel like relative to you, like a
huge.
dog is big, and I'm just not afraid of that.
Huge.
Okay.
He's never
Yeah.
seen it.
At least that's what everyone says. It's really, really big.
Okay.
It's probably like a 1 pound toad or something. Like a big
Hey, excuse me.
small.
My,
They're excused. How about that?
my cousin Lockett told me
Lock it.
they make jewelry, okay?
I'm taking off after Nettle.
Yeah, let's go.
Is Lock it a
Same.
nickname, or were they assigned that at birth?
We kind of choose a name because we get abandoned when we're tadpoles.
Oof.
I don't have the time to explain the intricacies of Bullywug youth.
All right, bye.
I'll be back for more information about this.
All right. Good luck. Godspeed.
Oh, well, thank you.
May Grump be with you.
That's fine. I don't need to ask questions right
And
now.
also with you.
If you would want to roll a religion check on Gromp, feel free.
That is so bad.
They
Fine.
changed it a few years ago. It's now and with your spirit.
Oh, and with your spirit, rocket.
Trick Crew Kazel.
12.
Fine.
When in the swamps of the region, sometimes there are some weird gods and fae spirits that get worshipped. So,
Okay.
I ain't got nothing. Let's go.
so with that,
Is it like a cool kind of Scooby-Doo style montage where Nettle and the dog go through a door somewhere and we go after them and then they pop out back here and we go after them and then we're running opposite directions?
so
And Nettle's being ridden by the dog and
you guys, y'all head east towards the Mire of the Damned, and it's gonna take a few hours to get to the Mire at least, due to distances and whatnot.
I will be writing as we are walking.
Nettle is just like booking it on Maximus.
All right. Anyone else have anything?
I mean, we're just going.
Trying not to die.
Yeah. A casual lookout. I don't really think there's anything dangerous out here. I think the name is a scam too.
So you pass through golden fields and prairies of grass, and you reach the border of the swamp. Foreboding trees stretch their limbs into the sky like wooden skeletal hands. As you get closer, there is a distinct stench to the Mire of the Damned. The swamp smells of sulfur, kind of like eggs that were left outside too long. The air thickens as these smells mix with humidity. It's almost as if the mire has locked in heat in a misty, stinky cloud. The sounds of frogs croaking, crickets chirping, and water splashing here and there can be heard. Birds call out to each other through the dark, sagging trees. Gas hisses from fissures in the muddy ground. And in the distance, you do see large frogs kind of just schlupping through the swamp. I'm coining the word schlupping. Nettle's already kind of just in the swamp, and when you step into the swamp, it's muddy, it's mucky, and it's not easy to maintain your footing. One wrong step, you could easily slip or get your boots stuck.
I am walking over the top because I am a druid, and I am 6th level, damn it.
So, Krukazel's having no issue trudging through this. He's not even really trudging, he's just kind of almost gliding over it as he's walking.
Come on, slow pokes.
Should I make like a dexterity check?
Feel free.
All right, that's happening. It's a 9. That's
Yeah.
bad.
You're like trying to trudge. The mud's only getting thicker.
Never been in a
higher.
swamp before. I don't.
And it's like at your knees now, like this muddy, mucky water, and it's just slowing you down. You almost like catch yourself as you're tripping, slipping.
Miss Fancy Footwork is having a rough go.
She's having a rough day.
I'll help everybody the best I can. Kind of pulling them out when they get stuck.
Yeah, I was trying to see what I had that could help with this, and everything I have is just to be hilarious and not actually useful.
Same.
Yeah, it's a problem.
We're in trouble.
You hear frogs. There's large frogs. Well, they're giant for frogs. They're in the distance. They look kind of weird as you're passing by them.
How far is Nettle ahead of me?
Maximus. Let's see how I'm actually rolling a check for Maximus. Ooh, Maximus is you would be running in front of Nettle because Maximus started getting stuck in the mire as well.
That's fine then.
There's these hazy frogs with spine-like growths coming out of them, but the spines aren't sharp. They round out, and they just kind of watch you with these green, beady eyes.
Not really concerned about them. They're clearly no threat. Not worried about it. We're looking for Luke, right?
Yes.
So how do we find him? I want to look for tracks.
Survival check.
Oh,
Can I help?
You may help.
would it be better if Kat did the searching and I did the helping?
Well, I'm not so good at survival.
I can do the searching if you
Yeah.
want, but I
How
don't know.
about we help Krukazel look? I feel like he's
Yes,
better at finding tracks.
We will do that.
21.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
no.
So, Krukazel, you're looking through the tracks, or you're looking in the mire, and you're kind of like animal sensing it. You're like, be one with the swamp. And you're kind of like trudging forward. Well, not really trudging, because land druid. Finally useful.
I did it.
You see what most people would probably just think as a stick, but you pick it. It looks too man-made to be a stick, and you pick it up, and it looks like the stick that little girl was holding when you rode into Acorn, but not really rode in.
Nettle, do you know what this is?
The stick.
Nettle, upon closer inspection, that is a hoopak. That looks like your brother's hoopak. He had his custom made.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Luke lost his only weapon. We must rescue him.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Are there more tracks?
It's hard to make out tracks, but you see these large, like, parts in the mud that are kind of like little concave, streaks. They're large. There's these large streaks that are made in the mud, as if Krukazel, with your awesome survival check, it looks as if something trudged through here.
I see a few marks over there. Here, hold on. I'm gonna cast Conjure Animals.
And okay,
I'm gonna make a bunch of little like birdies,
all right.
and I'm
So just like
like cardinals, whatever. And
Okay.
I'm gonna assume that they're not very smart, but I'm gonna try to give them a command of saying like, "Spread out and caw if you find anybody."
Because of the way that conjure animals actually works, I believe it actually summons fey spirits in the form of animals.
Oh,
if
yeah,
I
it
am not
does.
Mistaken.
Yeah.
So they're not like dumb birds. They're actually decently intelligent. So they can
Okay.
follow your orders of spread out.
I'll tell them a brief description of Luke and best I
should
know.
Nettle
Yeah.
should Nettle provide a brief
Yeah.
description of Luke?
Okay, he's very, very tall. Very tall, and he's skinny, and he's less sturdy than me, and has blonde, shaggy hair and brown eyes.
Krukazel, they're on it.
All right.
So your birds spread out, and the frogs are just kind of in the distance watching. You see wisps of light in the distance dancing about between the trees. Strange noises are being heard around you. This is not a friendly place.
Okay, so how long will it take your birds to find something? Should I also send out Fang, maybe?
That might be good. They're probably smarter than the birds.
Yeah, let me...
Or at least you can see better.
How many cardinals did you summon?
8.
Did you say all of them?
Every cardinal. No, I think 8.
I will cast flock of familiars.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yes. So it's going to summon, since this is cast at 3rd level. How many does it summon normally? One fewer.
I can do a quick search for you.
Please, I'm reading it, but I'm slow.
It's okay.
3 familiars, so 4 minus 1. So I will summon a total of 3. So I have 4 familiars right now.
Oh.
They
Nice.
all look exactly like Fang, except how Fang is like a mix of purples and blues and pinks all kind of swirled together. It's like someone took the eyedrop tool and just picked a shade from Fang, and they're solid color, but they're all in hues of Fang. And so, yeah, and I have a flight of little pseudo-dragons.
So these little pseudo dragons are all like lining up.
Yes, you have a mission. Fang, you heard the child. You heard the description. Communicate with your siblings here.
Mhm.
Go tell me when you find them, or even if you see anything weird. Also, apparently there's this frog god monster. If you see that,
Mhm.
also give me a shout on the brainwaves. Dismissed. Good luck.
Your Fang and the Fang copies, the Fang gang.
My Fang flight.
They're all
They
so
take
good.
off. They take off and head towards where Breckik's domain is thought to be.
And now we wait, or we keep looking. They'll be able to find us.
I mean, we can keep going in the way of the tracks. Yeah, Fang will know where you're at.
Yeah, these don't look like normal. What was Luke? What is Luke? Yes, okay. Yeah.
These
Oh.
tracks that are left, these marks in the mud, they're about like as wide as one of you are.
Yeah, these
Right.
seem, unless, I mean, you said Luke was skinny, so I feel like these are probably not Luke's track, but maybe.
Maybe it was dragging him.
How old is Luke?
15.
He's very young,
Just a kid.
And he's a half elf at 15.
like an infant. Again, what is with his family and sending their babies out?
I don't think Luke asked permission.
Shouldn't a half-elf 15-year-old still be in diapers?
Close.
Half elves age at the same rate as humans. They just live longer.
I don't know, and neither
Yeah.
does Ross. Maybe I'm thinking wars.
Anything from my birds?
Yeah, I think like half elves mature at the same rate as humans. Like, but I think they just live very
They live longer. They do mature at the same rate
Should
as humans.
probably know this. Actually.
Unlike halflings that mature like at like the 80% the rate of humans.
So, Krukazel, some of your birds return.
Uh-oh.
Not all of them. Some of them. And they all rest on Krukazel's shoulders, kind of like birds on a fence pole or something. And they're kind of just chirping amongst themselves. And they're mentioning how, yes, northeast. Be careful.
Northeast it is. Do I know which way northeast is?
You would generally know which way northeast is from when you came into the swamp.
Thank you, birdies. Take to the trees and make sure that we're not getting flanked or anything.
And shortly after the birds return and you begin making your way northeast, the flock of familiars return, and they're just like,
Why are you coming back here? We have telepathy. Fang, we had the same issue last time. You're supposed to just talk to me. Why are you?
so they all start like doing charades and like swim.
Use your mind voice. What is this? I can't understand these.
Hungry little beasties in the water. Hungry little beasties in the water.
Now you're doing some kind of poem. I think I understand though. Hungry, kind of hungry animal in the water. They're very excited and they're like, they got a song of some sort. They're forming a quartet. This is not what I wanted.
They're small, hungry beasties in water.
Apparently, it's very important that they're small.
I mean,
We
that's
should
just
not be-
nettle and gray. Yeah, I don't.
But they do
Is
like
that what they're doing? Gray's not.
Piranhas.
He's hungry.
I don't know.
Lots.
Piranhas live in swamps.
a lot.
A lot?
Oh,
How
Mm-hmm.
many are we talking here?
Swamps have leeches.
Did I get your numbers?
Hundreds, thousands. I don't know.
Hundreds,
Don't like
thousands.
that.
Little, tiny, hungry, fishy things.
Oh, so
Oh.
like piranhas, if Roz knows what that is.
Roz would probably know what a piranha is.
Yeah, something. No?
Maybe like piranha. I don't know. They're,
Okay.
they looked tasty. We went to go eat some, but then they back.
Get back. I hate it when my food bites back.
Mm-hmm,
It's
Food
harder.
has teeth too.
Okay. Were they also to the north?
mm-hmm. There's big hollow tree up north.
Okay. And
Weird sounds.
did they sound like a teenage boy crying?
There was some crying, but big.
That
They
kind
do
of
their
sounds
best to imitate, like they're trying to imitate a really deep ribbit, but it's just their high pitched voices. Just.
Oh, okay. All right. Calm down. It's okay. All right. Good work. Just, hang close. Keep some eyes out. Let me know with your inside voices, not with your pantomimes, what's going on if you see anything.
Mhm.
And, yes, let's keep moving. Guys, they said they saw, a giant hollow tree up to the north as well with sounds coming out of it that sounded like they might be a giant toad.
Anything else?
They said they might have heard crying. Oh,
Let's go.
okay.
You begin trudging through the swamp again. It takes quite some time, and eventually you come across a part of the swamp where there's just a downward, muddy slope. It's precarious. And on the bottom, you see large frogs just kind of sitting there. And they're sitting on these spiky logs down below. Sliding down this would hurt.
Okay. Is Krukazel just prancing along like Legolas? No problem.
They're taking Luke to Isengard.
let me read this ability. I have no idea.
You probably, I thought you don't take any like penalties for difficult terrain.
Yeah, I think so too.
How many frogs are down there?
There's a few, but they're probably not the hazard. That was a psych out. It's the logs that are probably gonna hurt to slam into.
Yep, I pranced through it. I guess
Well,
I'm 90, you
What's the-
guys, and I'm just jumping.
what's the tree situation? Can we make like a zip line?
If you can try,
I've got a bow and arrow and I've got some rope.
go for. Yeah, you can target a tree on the other side if you just want to roll a ranged attack with your bow.
This time I won't light an entire camp on fire.
Hey.
Yeah, okay. I'll tie some rope to my short bow, tie one end to a tree,
Mhm.
and shoot the other at another tree.
All right.
Got a 23.
So, Krukazel, you're prancing. You're just like, come on, I'm old. What are you doing? And this arrow goes whizzing by your head with a rope, and it sticks into the other tree, and you have a nice zip line or support rope to hold on to help pull you through this and not worry about falling down.
How
Cat,
thoughtful.
very impressive as always.
Thank you. Who wants to go first?
I will.
I'm already halfway there.
Oh, Krukazel's halfway there.
Oh.
He's living on a prayer with this nighty-night
It's
check.
true.
It's true.
Nettles right after Krukazel.
All right. I'm gonna say with the rope trick, there will be no issues getting across. You can take your sweet time and just kind of move yourself forward. You avoid the spiky logs down below and sliding into them. You travel for some more time, not speaking much amongst yourselves. Your familiars mentioned something about, various animals within the area, nothing too threatening. They said one of the frogs looked at them funny and made their brains feel fuzzy.
Did you lick it? Is that what happened?
No. Mm-mm.
You would tell me if you did.
Mm-hmm. Didn't look very tasty.
Oh, okay. That's surprising. Have you
Maybe it was one of them psychedelic toads you mentioned.
Yes, that's what I was thinking it might be. Nobody is willing to lick these toads, and I know what will happen if I lick it.
You see Fang's like doing a little doodle of the psychedelic toad he saw.
Yes, okay. Interesting. Maybe we could capture it.
They want to
No?
eat us.
Okay, well, how big was it? How big was this toad?
It's a medium-sized creature.
Oh! Maybe we could milk it.
Oh, jeez.
We have a new pet.
Can't you? I don't know. Maybe.
Can now.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Have you seen any red aether? Gray's
Mm-mm.
looking for some.
A lot of swamp gas. Don't go
Great.
too far.
Can we use swamp gas to power your thing that you want to use?
You're muted, Ryan.
So I was. I have literally no idea. The little gross man said, "Red Aether."
He was a bullywug, thank you very much.
He was an LGM, a little gross man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have the flock keep their eyes out. The flock of flame. Flock of fang.
The flock of fang.
The flock of fang.
Flock of fang.
Yes. Keep their collective eyes peeled for some red aether as well.
All right. You trudge through the swamp some more, not many words exchanged. You pass by some more dancing lights in the distance, but they don't come too close to you. You eventually come across this giant murky pond, reeds sticking out of it. The stench is nasty here. And you see a massive, hollowed out, broken tree in this middle of the swamp, almost like a giant mangrove. It's building size. You could probably fit half of acorn into this tree.
Do we hear any noises coming out of it still?
Roll me perception checks.
Oh, goody. I'm real great at these.
A 13.
22.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
30, 20, 22. Chris?
Sorry, I was sneezing. 22.
22. So the 20s and above, you hear just kind of this low grumbling coming from, echoing out of this giant tree.
Luke, are you in there? Luke!
Oh, I don't hear anything. We must be in the wrong place.
No, we're going to check it out.
Your
No.
familiars are like, that's the place, that's the place.
Oh, that's the place? Okay. My voices are saying, actually, yes, we should totally go check it out.
I draw my swords.
You're gonna have to swim in there. You're gonna have to go through
shit.
the pond to get in
Never
there.
mind, I don't draw my swords yet.
Does Maximus have a swimming speed?
No, he does not. He is a dog.
Dogs can swim.
I'll wild shape into a little fishy dude.
Not a big fishy dude who can maybe carry us.
No. I'm 92.
Hey, Maker.
There's no way we could like lasso a branch and swing across.
It's quite a distance to swim there.
Could Hazel turn into like a whale? And like whale us across?
Oh, can I turn into a sky whale?
What level?
Wait, I have to live now. Damn it.
If we were going to estimate the distance that we would have to swim, what would we estimate that to in feet, roughly?
About 120 feet to swim across this bad boy.
I'll turn into a crocodile then. That's the biggest thing I can do.
We can surf across.
Uh-huh. And I will be the ferry back and forth.
I take a crook hazel, turns into a frosty croc.
Yeah, of course. Scales, not wrinkles. What
Uh,
do crocodiles have? Do crocodiles have scales?
Scales?
Yeah,
I think.
reptiles.
That's cool.
So
Anyways.
crook hazel goes and finds a private place behind a tree to wild shape into a crocodile, because that's a crook hazel thing, right? He doesn't like to wild shape in the open often.
Yeah, I fold up my clothes very nicely and hide them in a tree. And just my outer robe, my really nice purple like velvet robe, I kind of tuck that into a little tree.
Wait, so he doesn't fuse it into him? So when he
No, I
turns
don't want to
back
get it
into the
dirty.
person, he's naked?
No, I have like underclothes on. I just don't want my nice velvet robe to get all smudged.
I honestly feel like Krukazel wears one of those like old 50s red and white striped bathing suits.
Underneath, yeah, he
It's
does.
like,
Sleeves.
ready to go.
Let me at him.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'll go duck behind the tree and change, and come back and.
From behind the tree trots this crocodile. Crook hazel, do you give him a knowing look, like it's me, homie?
No. yeah, I do. Yeah.
Oh, hello, variant rolls. Welcome in.
Hey guys.
Oh,
Hi.
Hope the stream went well.
Hope the stream went well. Congratulations, this is our first raid ever. Drop the bombs.
We don't have a raid sound effect. Damn it.
Damn it, I knew I needed to get it ready. Wow, 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 wow.
So do we say that we all just kind of eventually get across then?
Hold on.
Yeah, if you want to
Do we
catch
have
raiders
a
up
raid
on what we're
thing?
doing.
All right.
Oh, I'm scared. Oh, look at all that happening.
Nice.
Hello, raiders of the various
Lost
roll.
Ark.
So, I take it. How many people? Who's going to be riding on crocodile Kazel, and who's going to be trying to swim?
I will be riding because no, you don't want me to swim.
I was gonna go back and forth a few times and just kind of grab
You're
them.
gonna. Do you want to attempt to go back and forth a few times?
Yeah.
Attempt?
I'll risk it, baby. I'm
Sure.
playing with fire.
I get really nervous when you play with fire.
Kazel.
Dude, I've got like one more roll left.
So who's going first? I need to know who's going first.
I am.
That'll.
Can we check the child going first? I'll go first.
I feel fine with it.
If Nettle doesn't go first, then she's trying to swim across.
Oh, okay, Nettle can go on the crocodile first.
I'll wrap my tail around her leg to make sure she is secure,
Okay.
It's not prehensile, but okay.
and I will continue. Well, I don't know what else to do, and I will try to
Water in
swim.
your mouth. Have you seen
All right.
like
Aw, little
crocodiles
baby,
with
yeah.
babies?
I was just
All
looking
right.
at that picture today.
All right. All right. So who's Is it Cat and Nettle? Is what I'm hearing.
Well, Nettle and Maximus.
Oh God,
You're
the
taking
dog's
the
Come
coming.
on, no.
The dog's going
Take a doggy paddle. Come on.
The dog can swim next to me.
No, I'm very afraid there's piranhas in this water.
I'm super
This
strong.
swim.
Definitely piranhas in this water. I have been told by my flock would not steer me wrong. Something piranha-like. They'll just tickle Queso's belly, though. It'll be fine.
Super
So-
strong. I need to find
So I hear
crocodile
the
steps.
dog and Nettle are going with Crocodile Kazel across the way.
Yep. What could go wrong?
So much.
So Kazel in crocodile form begins swimming across. Everyone else, roll me perception checks.
Good.
Oh
My-
no.
My AC is 12.
Oh, fudge nuggets.
This is going to go poorly. That's a 16.
12.
What'd you get, Gray?
19.
Gray and Cat, you see in the distance water getting spat up as these little black tadpole creatures are jumping out of the water. There is swarms of them, and they're beelining it to Crocodile Kazel and Nettle and Maximus in the middle of
Oh,
Oh, well.
look out!
How far away from the other end am I?
You're pretty dang far.
Can I turn around?
All right, so you turn around and you begin to. I take it you're gonna use quote unquote dash in the water.
Yeah, for sure.
You're gonna.
Doing? No, we have to go back.
I can't talk right now.
Nettle, there's something in the water.
Nettle jumps.
What was
off.
that accent?
Oh, shit.
Nettle, you jump off of the crocodile. I need you to make me an athletics saving throw. Well, not saving throw check. I'm getting all confused. My checks here.
You got it. 10.
Oh, you're just kind of barely like.
Nettle! Nettle, no!
I'm gonna grab her
No.
with the old teeth. And
Nettle,
pull her back.
make me opposing athletics checks.
I
Nettle
don't
gets
know what's
disadvantage.
going on. Is Crucazel about to eat Nettle?
20. Dirty 20.
21.
There's
I swear to
something
God.
in the water. Why?
So, despite
Walter.
her best protests and struggles, the crocodile gently pulls her into his mouth and swims her back to shore as these little man-eating tadpoles are like nipping at his tail, like.
Can you burn a bond?
Fireball.
As you get back onto the shore, these little tadpoles, some of them are like jumping out of the water, and they're just kind of like flopping around, and they're all at the edge waiting for you to go back in.
So is Crucazel out of the water?
Yes.
Alex, do you have chat open right now? I need to ask you a question.
Sure. Which one?
If Nettle makes a move to get back in the water, I will try and stop her.
I'm gonna message you on Discord.
All right. Party, you have swarms of man-eating tadpoles in the water. They're at
Gray's gonna stick a sleeve in and cast Shocking Grasp in the water.
So the way I picture Shocking Grasp working is it gives a jolt, but not a jolt to electrify a whole pond. But I will say, to make a move against the tadpoles, I will say go ahead and roll with advantage to try and do some damage to these tadpoles.
Okay.
Do I have
Well,
torches?
Rolling.
I don't have a
Do
torch.
these tadpoles look like they have eyes that they're seeing with, or are they using some other kind of senses?
They have eyes, but it's hard to determine how they are seeing in the water. They might be able to sense movement in the water as well.
Oh, you know what?
Oh,
Fuck, I can just do this.
at that advantage.
25.
25.
All right, yeah, go ahead, roll damage on that. Nettle, you can do what you messaged me to if you want.
Oh, good.
Advantage.
1 point of lightning damage. Hooray.
Crucazel.
Nettle is going to mirror what you do.
All right, go ahead, roll with advantage. And Kat, you are addressing Crucazel next after
Yes.
the resolution of this action.
Can you trace the top of the pond?
I sure can. I just checked my spell book.
What is that, Nettle?
Elsa
21?
style freeze the path.
6.
All right. And when you so you see it from both Nettle and Gray, you see a little spark go in the water, and, just, and like some of the tadpoles are like jump out and, like, and they swim away from the shore where you're shocking them.
Wait, Nettle does it too?
Did Nettle do magic?
See, I told you Nettle is magic the whole time.
Nettle Nettle just mirrored what Gray did.
Yeah. See? I mean, come on. You guys didn't know Nettle was magic?
Nettle
She's been
would
practicing
like
for days.
Nettle would like to start to swim forward, repeating the same action every time she moves.
Before you do that, Kat was talking to Krukazel.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can freeze it, but only 40 feet at a time.
How big is this pond?
120 to get to the hollow tree.
And then we'd have to make a big jump, and I'd have to jump concentration at the right moment, and I don't know if we want to risk that.
Maybe. It's 120 feet, and it's a big pond, and there's a giant tree in the middle. What's the tree branch situation?
It's kind of like the Shrek tree. There's really no tree branch situation going on here.
The Shrek tree.
I'm just throwing something out there. Nettle, you might want to cover your tiny ears. If you as a crocodile gator were having that much trouble swimming across the pond without getting accosted by danger tadpoles, I don't see how an injured teenage boy could have survived being dragged across the pond by an angry toad creature. He's probably not even alive anymore.
I mean, probably, but what if I made like a distraction? You guys like swam really fast.
That won't bring him back to life. We are risking our lives.
Even if the child is dead, then we shouldn't leave a child-eating monster in the woods.
Okay, I mean, I'm fine with that, but maybe we could draw it out. I could send my familiars in to pull it out.
Does the tree look dead, or does it look like it's still alive?
It's a big dead tree. Definitely rotten.
What if I shot an on-fire arrow at the tree?
How far is your arrow range?
That's a good question. I think it's 320,
what if
but I won't swear to it.
What if he's unconscious inside of the tree?
That would be a problem.
And then we burn him to death.
That is my fear. But if we think it's 80 to 320, if we think he's already dead, maybe Rosalind could send in one of her familiars to check.
That's true. I could find out if he's alive or unconscious, and then even if he is unconscious, maybe he dies in saving the village from this eldritch horror toad that has been terrorizing them for decades.
Maybe he dies by a mysterious pseudo-dragon attack. Who knows?
Oh, yeah, who can say what would happen to this crazy kid who decided to wander into the dangerous swamp by himself? Roz will go ahead and send her familiars over to peek their tiny, adorable little heads in and see what they see.
So, what they see is it's this large hollowed out tree. It's wet and swampy inside the tree. So you could probably tell that it's going to be difficult to even get around inside the tree. There are, along the sides of the tree, there are just bodies of bullywugs, some halflings, people, just strewn about, stacked. And in the center is this massive frog-looking creature. Let me get my reference image up so I can describe this thing accurately. Munching away on an indiscernible hunk of meat, probably a dead cow or something,
Or Luke.
is this giant frog-looking creature. It kind of sits on two legs, has four massive trunk-like tentacles that are kind of pulling like hunks of like meat and mud, whatever it can shovel down its gullet, has a big old tongue, rows of razor teeth, and the eyes, where would the eyes be on a regular frog such as Mrs. Wiggles? They're not there. It's smooth skin over, but there's a stalk atop it, a bulbous stalk with three frog-like eyes that kind of, one of them's watching the food and the other two are looking around the room, the hollowed out tree interior to make sure nothing else is coming in to bother it while it feasts.
My new goal in life is to cut that off.
Okay, so I've got some news. The creature that shall not be named inside Acorn is definitely in there. It's the size of a person. It has 2 legs like a
It's
person.
much bigger than a person. It's maybe elephant-sized.
Elephant sized?
Oh my god!
That's not what a
It's
person would look like.
big.
It's definitely like an elephant, and I definitely know what that is also. It's just real big, but it's on 2 legs like a person, which is really unnerving. And then it has 4, what do you call these things?
Tentacles.
I wasn't talking to the
Tentacles?
voice of God, I was talking to my party
Oh, I
member.
thought you maybe forgot the word for a second.
Oh, slippy things.
Yeah, it has like 4 of the sleepy suckery things.
Mm.
Those things. And then very unnerving. You know how frogs have eyes right here?
Uh-huh.
Sure.
Instead it's like, okay, so that's weird to begin with. But then it has more tentacly looking like the sleeky things coming up, and they each have eyes on them, and they go separately. So they're like
Ooh.
these.
I am not.
Also,
Is
it has
Nettle
teeth like
still swimming
these.
towards the tree?
You're swinging.
we should readdress that. Is Nettle going
Hey,
to
Nettle.
try towards the tree?
Yes, and also doing exactly what she did before. Every movement.
So
Also,
zapping.
lots of bodies, by the way. Lots of dead people in there. But
Any sign of Luke?
did I see?
There
anyone-
was too much going on in there for the familiars to specifically pick out Luke. Too many bodies, too many.
I mean, it was definitely eating something meat-like. Could have been Luke. They were very, like, I looked through their eyes, but I can't control them. They were very focused on the giant, scary toad thing. So I only kind of.
Valid response. We should not let that child go in there alone.
Nettle, you have entered the water.
How many attack rolls do I need to make?
You're gonna only get your regular attack, and then you're gonna roll initiative against the tadpole swarms.
Okay. Nat 20.
To attack or to?
To attack.
Should we spend 2 hours building ourselves a rope bridge?
Okay. So are you using the shall not be named ability, or are all right? Go ahead, roll crit damage on that.
That's 4 d8s, right?
Correct.
8, 12, 15.
So that'll use zap. Come on, calculator.
Yeah. As Nettle is swimming, she's just shooting sparkles out of her hands.
All right, and then we will head to a quick break. We'll roll for initiative for Nettle versus the 3 swarms of man-eating tadpoles, as the party
Nettle will win.
discerns what exactly to
Spoiler.
do about the giant elephant toad eldritch bullywug god thing in the tree, the Brekik. So stick around. We've got more fun actual play action coming your way.
Jesus.
Yeah, we'll have everyone.
And we're back. Out of
And
order.
we're out of order, but we're back. That's what matters. I'm still running the game. That's all that matters. So anyway, for those of you just joining us, the group had enjoyed the hospitality that the Swiftfoots had to offer at Swiftfoot Farms. Then they went over to the mechanic shop in town where Sprocket the Bullywug had told him that, oh wait, Luke had ran into the swamp, Nettle's adopted brother, my bad, to go slay the Brekik to prove himself a hero when Nettle would return. The group trekked through the swamp through precarious terrain to arrive at the massive hollowed-out rotted tree where the Brekik is thought to reside. Peering inside, the familiars gave Rosalind a telekinetic image of a giant elephant-sized frog eldritch creature feasting on the bodies of dead people, and the pond is full of man-eating tadpoles that Nettle is so bravely charging to go face off against. And with that, we were going to be rolling initiative so we can keep track of actions.
Big 10.
A big 10 from Nettle.
Big 10.
I got a 13.
All right, just 1 second.
I got a 13 as well.
Who wants to go first?
I don't care. I have no idea what I'm going to do.
Cat can go.
I'll go first.
All right, hold on. I gotta reset this because it's telling you. All right, 10 for Nettle. What did everyone else get?
18.
18. Damn, Gray.
Damn, Gray.
That's my name, supposedly.
Gray, Cat, Krukaloo, Nettle. I'm waiting on a Rosalind's roll.
22.
Whoa.
Damn! All right,
I'm gonna do such great things with that high initiative roll, let me tell you.
Gonna go ham.
I wasn't allowed to have any ham earlier.
Oof.
Someone wouldn't share.
Yeah, well, get your own ham. How about?
How about?
And then the tadpoles will go.
This is not a ham charity, young lady.
So our order is going to be. All right, here, now we can actually get this to read. I like to just have it right here in front of me. Don't mind me. The order is going to be Roz, then Cat, then Gray, then the Ravenous Tadpoles,
Ooh, that's a good band name.
then KK, then Nettle. So Roz, you're up first in the turn order.
I don't even know if I realize that something is amiss to care about. So I think she just skips her turn.
All right, Gray, you are up. The tadpoles are out in the water to the point where you wouldn't just be able to reach in and shock them.
So glad that Roz, took a while for her turn so I could actually think about what I wanted to do. What I blinked and I missed it. So what did Roz do?
Nothing. Actually, nothing.
The same thing Roz always does.
Nothing.
Big nothing.
Okay, big oof. So what is our situation here? Like, where is everybody?
All right, so y'all are on the shore of this pond, I'm guessing kind of fanned out. Nettle's the only one who went in. She's maybe 15, 20 feet, and she's surrounded by swarms of tadpoles.
Like, how many?
3 swarms of tadpoles, to be precise.
Okay.
One of the swarms is smaller than the rest because that one was zappied.
You say 3 swarms?
3.
Oh. I have so many ideas now that we're in combat of how I could have gotten us out of this.
What does Gray know anything about fish?
Well, these are amphibians.
Does Gray know anything about amphibians?
Roll nature check.
Gray knows nothing about amphibians.
Okay.
So it's like a 4?
Might as well be fish.
I'm pretty sure they are. So, I'll just huck 2 Eldritch Blasts because that's what I'm good for.
All right, go ahead and hawk your Eldritch Blast toward these tadpole swarms.
18 on the first one.
That'll hit.
And a 21 on the second.
That'll hit. All right. So go ahead, roll damage on those both. I will note they will not be blown back because they are swarms of creatures.
Is it still going to reduce their speed?
Their speed will be reduced, but they will not be blown back.
Should be blown up. What has 7 force damage on the first and 5 on the second.
All right. So Gray hawks these lighty Eldritch Blasts into the water next to Nettle. Nettle, one of the swarms of tadpoles. You see all these little tadpoles getting just getting blasted, and as he's blasting these tadpoles, the swarm's getting smaller, and these little and as they're dying, the tadpoles just they're eating the dead tadpoles because they're hungry. Gray, if there's nothing else on your turn, the tadpoles will be up.
Has Nettle taken any damage yet?
Nettle has not taken damage yet, but we're about to find out if she does.
Okay, so I can't hold a bonus action. So no.
Okay.
Okay.
The tadpoles will be up. Nettle, your AC is 17 for reference, correct?
18.
A 19 will hit then.
Oh. When you asked that, her character sheet came up at the same time. It was really cool.
That's like perfect timing. For the first attack, Nettle, you will take 12 damage. The second swarm will attack and will hit with a 20 plus. Oh, I'm dropping dice. No Jumanji here, folks. That'll be a 13 for damage, and this is piercing. And the final one will attack with another 20 plus, natural 18.
Wow.
And they will deal 17 points of piercing damage. So Nettle, everyone on the shore is just watching as these swarms of tadpoles are just overtaking Nettle. Nettle, these swarms of tadpoles are biting into your flesh, ripping and tearing at you as they're just kind of trying to just gnaw every bit of flesh from your bone.
It's working.
Are you down? Is what I'm hearing.
No, not
Okay.
quite. Like one more hit and I will be.
Okay. So with that, Kat, you're up.
Sorry, just general noises of distress.
I'm guessing my rope trick won't work twice.
You can attempt it.
I want to heroically Tarzan across and scoop Nettle out of the water, but I also don't want to fight the toad in its house.
So here's how we're gonna lay this down. It'll basically be an attack action to like shoot the arrow, but then in order to swing across, I'm gonna say he's gonna take another action because you have to like swing across, grab Nettle, heroically land.
Right. Okay.
So for this turn, you can set up the rope.
Okay, this turn I will set up the rope. Do I have to roll to hit the tree?
Yeah. Let's just see
I'll
how
need someone else's rope because I am out.
you can just like grab like Crook Hazel could almost just summon a vine for you.
That works.
We'll just say that Crook Hazel can just kind of Bamfa's vine, or like Roz can give you hers since she skipped her turn.
It's an 18 to hit the tree.
Yeah, this is like shooting the broadside of a barn. You do notice that it isn't a very sturdy hold in the tree, so you're going to have to be careful when you swing across on your next turn.
What if I just throw the rope to Nettle?
You could do that.
I don't have to swing. I just have to get her the rope so she can climb out of the water.
We'll say that's a bonus action.
I'll do that.
So you throw the rope into Nettle in the water, who's just got all of these tadpoles just...
I guess that's my turn.
All right.
Athletics out of this.
How is it the tadpoles are the hardest enemies we faced so far in this fucking game?
Environments. That's why. Krukazel, you're up. And we have Nettle on deck. There is a rope next to you, Nettle, while you consider your next turn.
Is climbing considered an action or a movement?
It's an action, unless you have a climb speed.
Okay.
Krukazel, you are up.
Krukazel is sad. I'm gonna cast Healing Spirit
Ooh.
in the same square that Nettle is in. I will create an image of Jordantarax and wrap it around her.
Okay.
And she will heal 1d6, but it stays there. You heal 3 damage, or you heal 3 points, but it stays on you.
Mod to that?
Not for Healing Spirit, I don't think.
I can double check that real quick for you.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Because it's like a continuous thing.
So,
So you heal 3 points, but it stays with you.
any other?
Can I cast a spell as my bonus action?
If it's a cantrip, yes.
Oh shit.
What are you going to cast?
Healing Word.
Well, I'll let you get away with Healing Word because it's like.
Oh, that's pretty good. I'll 8 more health.
So Krukazel like kind of swings his arms around and blows frosty mist from his breath, and as he does so, the cloud turns into the image of this dragon creature that Krukazel recognizes as his god Jordantarax, and it kind of wraps itself around Nettle, kind of breathing the icy healing energy onto her, and you feel Krukalu's voice comes from the dragon spirit and says, "Be safe, child."
Trying.
All right, Krukazel, that'll be your turn. Nettle's up. Roz, you're on the deck.
I'm gonna run to the edge of the water as well, but that's it.
Okay. I assumed you were already at the edge of the water.
Yep.
I guess I'm gonna athletics try to climb out of this.
You're gonna grab the rope.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead, roll me an athletics check at disadvantage because you are in water.
Disadvantage. If I had just rolled normal, it would have been fine.
What'd you get?
12.
So you're able to pull yourself halfway out of the water. You're frantically pulling on this rope, trying to get out of the water. You get halfway there, and you're shrugging off these swarms of bitey, mean tadpoles. You've never known these tadpoles to be mean. What the heck?
Yeah, what the heck?
What else? Any other actions? Bonus action? Nothing?
I think that's. I don't think I have any other bonus actions I can take.
Okay. Roz will be up and Gray is on deck. You can any of you can use your action to attempt to pull Nettle out of the water.
How far away is she?
She's about 10 feet from the shore.
Have to get in the water to pull her
So you
out?
could pull the rope. There's the rope that Cat
Sure. I'll assess the situation and try to pull Nettle out. Why not?
All right, roll me an athletics check to pull Nettle out of the water.
Definitely great at this.
I'm good at this. My classic.
So I want to preface, if in doing this I start to slide or have any issues, I'm just dropping it.
Understood.
Okay.
I wouldn't force you into the water unless you wanted to be there.
Roz is not willing to go in the water after this child. She's doing what she can from safety. So athletics, I got a 12.
So you're pulling and struggling, but you're able to barely get Nettle out of the water. And Nettle's kind of just on the shore. Some of the tadpoles are still like hanging on to her, and you're able to just kind of pluck them off. And
Okay, Nettle, what have we learned?
No time for that.
Okay, go back in if you want to. And Roz will cross her arms.
okay, if you are wishing to still assault the tadpoles, which have now kind of dispersed under the water, we can stay in combat, or we could break up the initiative and keep it in case you do re-enter any situation that requires it. But we can call combat here, so if you wish to find a solution to getting to the
I'm
tree.
gonna put a hand on Nettle's shoulder and grip her very tightly and slam my staff on the ground and cast Call Lightning and just spam the fucking lake over and over for a whole minute until everything is dead. Because this lake is our biggest problem we have ever faced.
Who would have thunk? So, Krukazel, your cloud ascends to the area above the pond, spreads its wings out, and you see this just light gather around its mouth, and and you're just zapping the ever-living shit out of this lake until you're basically dropping a bug zapper, a toaster, into this lake.
Oh my god!
And
That was
you
pretty
start
cool.
seeing like bubbling, and the tadpoles are just bubbling to the surface as you're zapping the lake.
Gray's gonna use. How much did Krukazel heal Nettle for?
11 or so.
11. Yeah.
Still less than half.
Okay, so you're still kind of rough.
Oh yeah.
I'll expend 3 of my healing pool for her then.
Well,
Okay.
no, I can contribute, not much, but some. Pat her on the shoulder and give her 6 hit points.
Ooh.
That's all I got.
Do I see
will-
that?
Ooh. Roll an Arcana check if you want to see magic things going
Pat
on.
doesn't even know she's doing it. She's just like, oh god, I hope Nettle feels better.
Damn it. 2.
Krukazel, she's trying to give Nettle emotional support right now.
I
Nettle,
want to know so bad.
Cat pats you on the shoulders. Is there, and you feel your wounds closing up, and you're getting better as she does so.
So Nettle from Gray heals 15.
I just kind of picture the party's like a bunch of surgeons around Nettle, like, all right, pass me the healing word. All right. Clear.
Why do none of us have health potions?
I am a health potion.
I have this bottle of Aether.
Don't drink that.
Where's the jellies when you need them?
Mr.
Got a
Micah.
flask of whiskey. You want some whiskey?
I do think
That's
it's gonna help.
I have nothing. My
Oh my god,
inventory's
okay.
empty.
No items.
Nettle is buying health potions. Next time we're in somewhere that sells health potions, probably
Why? Why would you waste your money on that?
because
It's,
Oh, I have a healing potion. I lied.
She does have a healing potion, ladies and
do, I'm not
gentlemen, and
using it
everything
now.
else.
I do. Who?
We've never
I
died
do.
before.
Yeah, we've got 3 people in the party who can heal you. Apparently,
What is
two
it?
people, as far as I know, who can heal you. It's fine.
So the lake is safe after Krukazel's barrage of lightning.
I'm gonna dip a toe in.
Is it just a bunch of tadpoles floating belly
Yeah,
up?
there's just a bunch of whatever else was in that lake has been stripped clean.
I
Just
pick
a
one up
branch of carcasses.
and give it to Roz. Here, lick it.
Does Roz use it?
Oh yeah.
It tastes fishy as you go to lick it. It has a slimy texture to it.
It's not bad.
slimy yet satisfying.
I mean, I'm not eating it. I just wanted to lick it, even though that wouldn't do anything. For Kazel, you should lick it. It would do something to you.
I lick it. A different one, because I'm hygienic.
Why is just the word leather in my inventory?
It's just some leather.
Leather.
Leather what? I don't know.
Whatever your little awesome heart desire.
Yeah, whatever leather you desire. Not gonna ask any questions.
I must have gotten some somewhere. I don't know.
Look, whatever Cat does in her free time is up to her.
Does this mean I can officially swim across?
Yeah, Crookhazel, you're kind of, Crookhazel, if you fried up these tadpoles, not bad.
All right. Great, they're pretty good. And I'll start swimming
No,
across.
I will be right back.
Maybe that's how we introduce the halflings to meat.
Is fish meat? That's such a debate. What a loaded
As
question.
You guys are just like chatting about how these tadpoles taste. Nettle's already halfway across the lake with Maximus.
I mean, I'm swimming. I'm just kind of idly chatting.
Crookhazel's like doing like. So you eventually reach the base of this hollowed out tree log, the Shrek log thing. That's the best way I can describe it. Moss and algae hang from it. It stinks real bad. Now the smell of rotten eggs is just mixed with decaying bodies and rotten meat. And from within you just hear.
This is probably not a good time to say this, but I'm pretty tapped on spells.
Perception check.
Go for it.
It's 21.
What are you trying to see?
Where's Luke?
So looking, you kind of peering around, and you see between the giant frog creature's legs is an unconscious Luke laying on one of the piles of bodies / corpses / meat / detritus and whatever else is in there.
Is Nettle sure he's just unconscious?
Nettle is unsure as to the state of Luke's wellness. You'd have to roll a medicine check.
Let's see. I don't think I'm gonna mess him.
I'm gonna let you know it's gonna have to be a good one because you can't get close to assess the body right now.
Can I see him from where I am?
Go ahead and roll a perception check, or if Nettle points him out, you'd have advantage.
Oh yeah, I'll point him out.
So that's a 21 on a nat 20.
Ooh, nat 20. Yeah, you see Luke clear as day between the frog's legs. Not an issue. You're peering in, you see the half-elf. Nettle's able to help you out, point him out to you, and you're just like, oh yeah, duh, he was right there all along. You don't really know who Luke is, but when Nettle points him out, you can kind of pick out the young half-elf kid who doesn't look as decayed and meaty.
Nettle, do we want to kill the big frog, or do we just want to get Luke out of here?
We kill the Brekik.
All right, well, there goes my plan. Good luck, everybody.
This is why we don't burn spell slots to talk to giant toads.
Shut up, Ryan.
I'm sorry to break a mercy, folks, but that is an adorable puppy. All right, I'm ODing on cute animals right now. No, Abby, don't do it. No, not the kittens too.
I don't have an animal.
So many familiars.
Where's mine?
All right. Anyway, so Lucy, to get you up to speed, they've spotted Luke. We don't know if he's alive or dead. The Brekik is right there feasting away. Nettle wants to charge at it. Crookhazel didn't seem so keen at the idea of it. So, anyway, now that we've had our fair dose of cute familiars.
Okay, are we going in?
I don't know, we could surprise it, I guess, if we attacked now.
Is there another entrance that might be closer to where Luke is?
It looks like there's only one way in the tree, one way out.
I mean, we have to do something about it. We can't just leave it.
I mean, we could, but I don't think that's going to happen. So if that's the case, somebody should lead the charge. Because if we just sit here, it's going to eventually eat him.
Maybe I could talk to it.
Roll a in nature check, Crew Hazel.
14.
14. This is not, from looking at it, you can tell it is not a standard creature and might be beyond reasoning with.
Guys, I rethought it. I don't think I can talk to this one. How's
Crazy.
everybody doing on spells? Like,
I'm fine.
okay.
You know, I'm all out.
Damn. Fresh out. Alright, well, I'll provide support, I guess.
Like, Nettle can't even make that joke anymore.
All right, if nobody is going to step forward, Rod's going to go, beans, and she's just going to shoot it.
Okay, I'll run up and try and
I'll
stab
shoot it too.
All right, you guys will get a surprise round against the Brekik, and we will roll initiative.
Bow.
Much better this time. 21.
5.
What'd you get, Gray?
10.
21.
Damn, who wants to go first, Nettle or Cat?
We have 321s.
Kat, what works best for you?
I don't care.
Where do we want Roz in that order?
Did anybody
Alphabetical.
Nettle should probably go first.
Okay, Nettle up first.
All right. Crew Hazel, what'd you get?
A 5.
Damn, well, good thing that wasn't the 90-night check, huh?
Oh,
I'd be fine. 5s
Yeah,
are
true.
good, right?
5s are okay, it's the 4s.
Yeah. Damn it.
So,
night checks are literally set up in a way where you should not fail, and yet you do.
Hey, I'm about to kill a Brekik. Alright?
all right, so the order will be Nettle, Cat, Roz, unless you two determine that you want to change your order, the Brekik, Gray, and Crew Hazel.
Peppy wants to be back with his brother. Give me one sec.
Okay. So, Nettle, you will get a free round against Brekik.
Okay.
It will be difficult to move through this swampy mire inside the tree. So you're about
Like half movement speed? Or?
yeah. So you're about 40 feet from the Brekik.
So this surprise round's pretty useless for me. No, actually, if I'm on Maximus, no, that's if we're talking half speed. It's only 20 speed. Yeah, so this is a wash for me.
Roll your
so
lance.
you could hit with the lance, maybe.
No, because if it's 40 feet away and I can only move 20 feet,
Uh,
I'd still be 10 feet out of range.
what about your special forbidden
Melee.
arts?
So my turn is a wash. I move 20 feet.
You could dash if you
Just
want.
Yeah, but then I'm there, and
Remember, the Brekik has large tentacles, and
you know what? I'll use action surge to get over there.
okay,
Hell yeah.
hell yeah. And
Where's my action surge? Okay, so I'll dash over there, and I will. Let's see. I didn't think I'd get this far. I am going to attack it with sword. Don't think it hits.
what'd you roll?
Heck.
What'd you get?
This is a big 12.
That will not hit.
Yeah. But I am no, I was attacking with my lance, so I'm still just like I'm not within melee.
You're taking the attack action though, so you could get 2 attacks then.
Oh, you're right. Rolled even worse, not happening.
All right, so Nettle charges forward with reckless abandon. Luke! And she tries to attack the Brekik, and her lance just kind of bounces off its thick, leathery skin. Cat, you're up.
I charge it. Is it too far away for me to get to in one motion?
Due to the difficult terrain, it would be.
Then I dash.
All right, you're up against the
and
Brekik.
try and stab.
All right.
Here we go. 14?
That'll hit.
Hell yeah. I get sneak attack because Nettle's there.
Yep.
Plus. It's 12 points of damage.
All right.
Oh, shoot. I forgot a dice. I have one more.
Uh-oh.
1.
Okay. So, Cat dashes forward just through this mucky mud and gross swampiness and just trudging through it, jumps up and stabs the Brekik in its trunk-like leg and just... Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No, that's it.
Roz.
Roz is coming in hot, and by hot, I mean she's got her back pressed against the outside of the tree because she doesn't want to get near the slippery suckers, and she's going to give it a wide berth and just try to do a quick mosey to get to where Luke is. Can she get to him in one turn, or is he like...
You'd have to dash twice to get to Luke. He's like on the other side of the Brekik.
She's gonna climb bodies like you've never seen someone climb bodies before. She's...
All right. It'll still...
no problem with this.
All right. It'll still take you at least to your next turn to reach Luke's unconscious body.
That's fine. She's on a mission.
So Raz is watching her compatriots. They seem to have the Brekik well distracted. So Raz is kind of keeping to the walls of the trunk, Kronk style, climbing over dead bodies as needs be to reach Luke's unconscious form. If you have no other actions, we'll go to the Brekik's turn.
Go for it.
The Brekik looks down. This monstrous frog-like monster looks down at you, Cat, and it is going to attempt to...
Is this not still our surprise round?
Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad. Anyway, so Gray, you're up. Brekik is going to try and eat you next turn. He's gearing up to eat you.
How far am I from the Brekik?
You're about the same distance. It's about 40 feet to the Brekik.
Okay, well, I'm just going to toss some Eldritch Blasts at him.
Go ahead.
That's a natural 1.
Ooh.
And that's a natural 20. What the fuck?
Both sides of the spectrum. All right, I'm going to give you two options here. Consulting my critical fail table that is totally right in front of me. You can either hit one of your allies and then hit the Brekik with the crit, or you can use your crit to negate the friendly fire.
Hit an ally. Hit an ally.
Nettle, don't give a heck.
You and me are the ones in the firing line.
I can take it.
He turns around and hits Krukasel in the face.
Young man.
I will hit an ally.
All right, go ahead. Roll damage on the hitting an ally.
Push him towards the Brekik.
Yeah, they'll be pushed towards the Brekik.
Oh, God.
6.
Nettle, you get hit for 6 points of force damage and are pushed into the Brekik.
I can take it.
And then the crit. Do you want me to roll twice or just double damage?
Roll twice. Words. Blech. Sorry, folks.
That is 19 points of force damage.
Ooh, doggy. So
it is pushed 10 feet.
I have to ask, are there size restrictions for that?
There is not. It says when you hit a creature, it is pushed back 10 feet. And his speed drops by 10 feet.
Yes. And I'm just That's really odd to me that there is no size restrictions. Most like movement affecting things have something, right?
It's magic.
It's magic. So Nettle,
Bonus action, going to spend another one of my healing pool to heal up Nettle.
sounds good. Nettle, you feel
6! Yes!
Nothing happened.
Nettle, you feel this eldritch. You feel this energy hit you from the behind. It stings a bit, but then it feels better. And you get slammed into the Brekik, but then the Brekik, like on its eye stalk, gets and it just gets pushed back. Its tentacles flailing. Brekik. And with that, Koopkaloo is up. Nettle is on deck.
I'm gonna dig in my robes that I totally took back out of the tree,
Okay.
and I'm gonna produce my orb, and I'm gonna spin it on one finger, and I'm gonna say, "Show me what you can do," and I'm gonna cast chromatic orb at the Brekik.
As a second level spell.
Yep.
What damage type are you choosing?
I'm gonna do cold.
Go ahead and roll your attack to hit with that. Use your spellcasting stat.
That's 18.
That'll do it.
Cool. It's 4d8.
Magic items, baby.
Oh, I rolled really well. What the-
Wait. Are you sure?
That's
Hazel's-
27 cold damage.
Oh,
Holy
shit, Steve.
That's a
dude.
lot. Yeah, so I'm just gonna spin the orb on my finger, and then all these icicles are gonna shoot out and just impact it, hopefully in the eyes, because I'm rude.
So the icicles form an orb that looks kind of like your orb that you're holding and slams into the head of the Brekik. And it's like you blow off a huge chunk of flesh that freezes over on it. You got like the ice crystals forming on its face. The Brekik does not look very happy with you right now.
I'm doing so many cool things today. And then I'm gonna run forward, hopefully it's because of my, no movement restriction, and try to get in range to Healing Word Luke. I don't know how close it would be, but...
You could, if you can run forward, reach Nettle, you could Healing Word Luke.
Okay, I can run 30 feet, so I'm assuming I can reach Nettle.
Yeah, you can reach
moves
Nettle.
20, yeah. Okay, so I'll Healing Word Luke on the ground for a measly 5 hit points.
So you don't get, so you see that your magical energy comes over Luke, but you don't see if he comes to or if he's like healed.
Gotcha. That's okay.
If that is your turn, Nettle will be up with Cat on deck.
All right. So I'm pushed into it, right?
Yep. Well, it got pushed back, so now you're not.
Oh, okay. How far away from me is it?
It is 10 feet.
Perfect, because I'm still wielding my lance. I'm gonna attack with my lance.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That's 18. to hit?
That'll hit.
Okay. 6.
Okay. You get another attack.
Another 18.
Okay, yeah. Yep, just roll damage.
7.
Nettle, inspired by seeing Kruk Hazel attempt to heal your brother, you rear back Simus back, you charge forward, and you drive your lance into the low-hanging gut of this creature. And it just lets out a as you stab it in the belly, and it pukes out when you stab it. It pukes out like what looks to be like half a cow, and it's just this biley mess in the mud.
This is why we don't eat meat.
If there's nothing else you will be doing with your turn, Cat will be up with Raz on deck.
She's going to unwavering mark him.
Okay, yeah, he is marked.
So he will be at disadvantage if he attacks someone other than me.
Okay.
And if he attacks someone other than me and succeeds, I can attack him.
Okay. Is that all?
That's it.
Cat, you're up. Raz is on deck.
How tall is the creature?
How tall is huge in terms of raw?
What?
It is damn big.
Very tall. I would like to try and cut off its eye stalk
You're gonna
and
have to.
blind it.
You're gonna have to like get up the creature, which is going to like be an acrobatics.
Okay,
I don't
I'll do
even.
that.
I don't know how. Yeah, we're gonna just. Yeah, well, that's how we'll say it. We'll see how that goes.
Oh, it's
15
only a 10.
tall. Thank you, Chris.
Can I like use my sword to get leverage, like stab it in and use it as a handhold to?
But yeah, for the sake, it won't do any damage, but we'll say that
Just wanna
happens.
Get up.
Yeah, let's. Yeah, we'll say that happens.
Huge is 15 feet.
Yep.
I just
Cool.
learned.
So I climb up on top of its head.
Did you
And
roll the
start-
acrobatics check?
Yeah, I only got a 10.
I got some bad news for you.
Damn
The
it.
Brekik isn't gonna go willingly into the night. And as you attempt to climb up it, you use your sword for leverage, and its tentacles flailing around wraps you up in one of its tentacles. And you are restrained and will take 12 damage from the constriction of the
Oh
tentacle.
god. That's so much.
Actually,
I would like to make did the Brekik roll at disadvantage?
it wasn't an attack, it was more of just an effect due to failing the check.
All right, well, he still dealt damage to someone other than me, so I get to attack.
Yeah.
A special melee attack on my next turn as bonus action at advantage.
So you'll get a bonus attack, is what I'm hearing.
Bonus attack.
Nice.
No. At advantage.
Okay.
Well, that
so
didn't
excited
go
this
well.
First time I've gotten to use this.
I like to think the cat just kind of like ran at the thing, tried to jump at it, and just
Constricted.
I did very
like
sword in
slime
it.
on her front, just like.
I tried to stab it and it was too slippery and it just slid back down.
There we go. I like that. Roz, you're up. The Brekik is on deck.
I assume I'm really close to Luke at this point.
Yeah, you can reach Luke on this turn.
Yeah, probably pretty easily.
The Brekik is well distracted. You see it. Cat tries to climb it, slips down, it grabs it in its tentacle.
Well, see, that's my issue because I care way more about Kat than I do about some random kid. So, seeing her she's grappled now, right?
Correct.
Yeah, she doesn't care as much about this kid anymore. She's gonna spin around and
That's rude.
like, well, Kat is her kid. That's the issue. She doesn't care about this other kid in comparison. Yeah, she'll be like, oh no, you fucking don't. She's gonna try to do blindness on him.
All right. What does the Brekik need to do?
Constitution saving throw.
What's the DC on that?
15.
Oh, 17 nat with a big plus to it.
Okay, I'll let it slide. She'll just curse quietly and then continue get beans, spicy beans. And we'll continue her trek over to Luke for now, just to see if he's still alive. Can I check when I get to him, see if he's breathing? I don't know if you noticed Rukazel casts a spell on him.
You'll use a medicine check.
Okay. Is that an action? Should I wait?
Yeah, you'll have to wait to do them.
Okay. Then I'm done.
So Roz turns around and sees Cat entangled in the tentacle of the Brekik, and you send this dark cloud to descend over its ugly eye stalk, but it kind of like shakes its eye stalk a bunch and is able to ward off the magic spell, and it doesn't really even pay heed to what you just did. It's kind of distracted because it is its turn. It's got Cat wrapped up. So, but there's a nettle on the ground. So, the Brekik is going to attempt to bite Nettle. 24 to hit.
Actually. As let me just check to make sure I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Wasn't that a disadvantage?
No.
No, it was attacking Nettle, not
It's
an
only
ally.
an advantage if it's not me.
This is
What did you say it was to hit?
24.
Yeah, nothing happens in life.
So, Nettle,
Mhm.
the Brekik clamps down on you with its jaws for 18 points of damage. And
Stop getting hit and hurt. I only have so much.
and when the Brekik rears its ugly head back up, you hear "Whoa," and Nettle's not where she was before. Nettle, you are in a moist, acidic environment. You are so
Do I still get my bonus attack?
all right, so you are one of the creatures that the Brekik can swallow. If the Brekik takes 20 or more damage on a single turn from a creature inside it, it has to succeed on a Constitution saving throw or barf you back up. And you'll be returned prone 10 feet away from the Brekik. So you are considered blinded and restrained, and you have total cover against attacks and other effects, but you will be digested at the start of each of the Brekik's turns.
So if I'm blinded, can I still fail an attack if it's all around me?
Yes, because you are also restrained and blinded. It's a big gullet. It's a big tummy. So, due to being restrained, you cannot move and you cannot benefit from bonus speed. You're not going to be attacked, and you have disadvantage on dex saving throws. And because you are blinded, you automatically fail perception checks, and attack rolls against you have advantage, and your attack rolls have disadvantage. The Brekik still has another attack action, and it is going to Kruk Hazel. How far are you from the Brekik?
I was right where Nettle was, basically, so...
It is going to attempt to hit you with one of its tentacles.
Okay.
Kruk Hazel, how does a 27 to hit sound?
Hurts real good.
So I guess the unwavering mark doesn't work with.
Oh, you're right. It still will work because Nettle is still applied the unwavering mark.
Yep.
Still a dirty 20 to hit.
That'll do her.
I tried.
It's
Thank
okay.
you.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
It's all
Well,
good.
the longer I'm in here, the more he can't attack me, and the more he has to attack other people, which means the more bonus attacks I get.
Joke's on him.
I need you to
Joke's on you.
So the Brekik lashes out with another one of its tentacles, grabs you up in this violent rocking and shaking. You are grappled and you take 21 points of bludgeoning damage. And Seedwee in the chat is asking, what is a Brekik? I don't want to spoil what exactly a Brekik is just yet. Go consult one of the many monster manuals in 5e.
It's a big frog.
It is a
It's just a really
It is a
huge frog.
large eldritch frog with 4 tentacles. It's as big as an elephant and has an eye stalk.
And I am not a fan.
And it has swallowed one of our friends.
We
The
hate it.
Brekik's turn is up. Gray, it is your turn.
Well, I'm not having any of this shit anymore. I'm gonna cast.
Notice that Nettle is not where she was after the Brekik went down to eat.
Oh yeah, I know. So I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Go for it. That's a spell attack.
Yep.
All right.
22.
That'll do it.
Pardon me while I roll 7d6.
That's some big damage right there.
It's fireball damage.
Almost. Almost better too, because there's not a save, it's an attack roll.
And advantage.
Math. Stay in school, kids.
We're a math stream.
No, I'm not good at math. My only defense for fudging rolls is I suck at math.
So dice damage is 31 points of radiant,
Okay.
+4 because I add my charisma modifier to radiant damage. So 35 points. Make that Constitution saving throw to puke up our nettle.
It has to be from a creature within.
Really?
Yep.
I thought it was just like it had to take the fucking damage.
No, if the Brekik takes 20 or more damage on a single turn from a creature inside it.
Oh, inside it?
Yeah.
Get fucked.
We're gonna cut her out.
So the Brekik, or if it dies. So Gray
Still 35 points of damage. Get fucked.
holds his sleeves up and just a stream of
No, I don't.
radiant lights come pouring at the Brekik. I believe attacks against it have advantage, or at least
The next attack against it has advantage.
all right, and it's just these radiant bolts are just taking out chunks of Brekik flesh. This froggy, leathery, slimy flesh is flying off the Brekik and is leaving little steamy welt marks on it, and it just lets out this big.
Can I reiterate how much I love being a warlock with guiding bolt?
As a bonus action, yes.
So I can't see nettle, so I can't heal nettle. How much? Crew Kazel, how much have you taken?
I took 21.
Okay, last of my healing pool for
Thank you.
old young dragon man.
I'm kind of floating through the air. Thank you.
That is 13 points of healing.
Nice. Thank you.
And I am tapped on healing, everybody.
So some of those radiant lights that Gray is shooting out, some of them stream towards Krukazel but wash over him in a way that looks friendly and not harmful.
Oof.
Krukazel, you will be up with Nettle the snack on deck.
Snack. All right. Am I like in the air?
I'm a
Like-
minor. I don't like being referred to as a snack.
All right, I didn't. Okay, god damn it.
Am I like in the air, held up by this?
Yeah,
thing?
you're grappled. You can make a strength saving throw to break free.
Can I still attack without disadvantage, or do I have disadvantage? No.
You'll have disadvantage because you are grappled, sir.
If you're attacking it and you have
Yeah.
disadvantage, the next attack against it has advantage, so it should be a straight roll.
It'll just be a
Yeah.
wash then.
All right. I'm gonna cast Ice Knife at it
Go for it.
at big 3rd level. Oh yeah.
Going for the big damage.
20, not natural.
Dirty 20 will do it.
Okay, it needs to make a dex save.
That's the one thing he's not good at.
We found.
Ooh, 18.
Damn it. 8. So it takes 5 cold and 9 piercing.
So, Krukazel, you send this ice knife into it, and you stab it in its face with the ice knife, and it just.
How's he looking?
He's pretty beat up. He's like missing chunks of flesh. One of his eyes is like puffing up, and is closed. There's a big stab wound in its gut. It's looking pretty worse for wear at this point.
All right, I'm gonna yell as loud as my dragony voice can do so and say, "Nettle, if you could hear me, be a hero," and I'll cast my last healing word, hoping that she can hear me. It's up to you. I mean, obviously, if she can hear
That's
me.
fine. That's fine.
Was Maximus swallowed too?
No, Maximus is just kind of.
You heal 6 hit points. A big 6, though. That's my turn.
All right, Nettle, you're up with Cat on deck. You have that special bonus attack, right?
I do.
Does that give you advantage?
Yeah, so that one's just gonna be normal.
Yep.
So let's see. Okay. So question: has the Brekik kind of just been like standing in one place, or has the Brekik been moving?
That's hard for you to determine. As you can tell, the Brekik hasn't moved too much.
No, but like the entire battle.
It got pushed back.
Is that the only movement it ever made?
Yes.
All right. Okay, we're gonna make regular attacks.
All right. Are you going to use your special bonus one?
Not at first. That's a bonus action.
Okay, so you'll get a third attack then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2 at disadvantage, which actually might still hit. It's a 21 for the first one.
Yeah, that'll hit. Might hit my ass. That's a hit.
4 whole damage.
It counts?
This one's only an 11 to hit.
That will not do it.
And then
Go big on this one.
a 13.
Nope. So Nettle, you're inside. The stomach's constricting. You stab it once, it starts constricting like crazy, and you're unable to get a good. You can't see. You're having a hard time moving around. You can't get a good way to stab the Brekik. Is that all you will do with your turn?
That's all I can do.
Cat.
Okay.
If you
I would
attack,
like to try and not be grappled anymore.
go ahead and roll an escape. So acrobatics.
I can do acrobatics, right?
Yeah, you can do acrobatics to escape a grapple.
13.
So you try to squirm and you're trying to find a
I'm
way.
supposed to be good at this.
You're trying to get out of the Brekik, but it's just squeezing hard with its tentacle. And it just seems to squeeze harder the more you try to slip out of its grasp. And
Well, that's my turn.
Raz, you're up. The Brekik is on deck.
So, just to look at this kid and see if his chest is rising and falling is when I take my action.
Yes, because he is, as far as you're aware, unconscious or dead at the moment.
And doing Spare the Dying would also take my action. And
Yeah, Spirit dying, nice.
I am the creepy kind of warlock, so I get creepy abilities.
Looks
Spare
at
the Dying
patron.
is the lowest level of creepy of the abilities that I get. Being creep lock. That's also an action, but Cat is still being grappled, yes?
Correct. Both Krukazel and Cat are grappled by the big frog creature's tentacles.
Hey,
even-
Ross.
I would wave, but I'm like this.
I gotta blast him, I guess. I'll blast him twice.
All right, go for it.
First blast. 15, does that hit?
That'll hit.
All right, 14 points of force damage. Boom.
Whoa.
Second blast, 24. That'll hit 2 for 13. A total 27 off of 2 attacks. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
All right. Stupid calculator. So, Raz, you send your inky eldritch blast energy towards the Brekik, and it's... And it, like, one of its eyes turns around and looks at you and looks angry. It's like angry ooh-wooing you.
Come after me, dog.
Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
All right. So, for its first move, the Brekik was not pleased about being guiding bolted and will... Nettle, you can feel yourself just sloshing about in the Brekik's tummy, which also reminds me you're taking acid damage. You take 7 acid damage from the digestive juices of the Brekik.
I can deal with that.
Gray, the
Fair.
Brekik lashes its massive tongue, barbed tongue at you. Oh, I need you to make me a strength saving throw. I read that wrong.
Oh, good. That thing I have a -2 in.
You and me both, man.
Is this thing rolling with disadvantage still?
No, the unwavering mark is it still up, Abby? It's not an attack though, so.
No.
7.
No, it's not anymore.
All right, so the Brekik, whoosh, and you get the barbs kind of sucker onto you, and it pulls you towards its mouth for that large toothy maw with an 18 to hit.
Shield. 19. is now my
For
AC.
how much?
My AC is now 19.
So it goes to, so it pulls you in with the tongue, and it's about to pull you into its mouth, and it goes to bite down on you, and it hits a magic force barrier, and some of the teeth chip off, and it's. And with that, the Brekik is done. And Gray, it will be your turn. Crew Kazel, you're on deck.
So I'm right up on this thing, huh?
Yeah, you're 5 feet away.
Wonderful.
You're
And
in
am I-
biting distance.
Am I grappled or some such?
No, you are not. It tried to bite. The tongue did not grapple you.
Okay. I don't like this. I'm gonna move 30 feet away.
That'll incur an attack of opportunity.
Yes, please do.
That is a 28.
Yeah, that hits.
So you go to run away from the Brekik, and it just, as you go to run, you feel its tongue trip you, and you get scooped up into its mouth. You take 11 points of piercing damage, and you are swallowed by the Brekik.
Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
I haven't done this yet.
So, all right, I'm gonna say it'll occur inside the Brekik. It was all part of the plan, kids.
I meant to do that.
Let's see. It needs a dex saving throw, please.
Good. That's a good one. They pull up against it, I think. That is a 5.
Yeah, it does not. So let's see. Hellish Rebuke using my spell slot, my 3rd level spell slot, is 4d10 fire damage.
Okay.
I need more d10s. $21 points on the dice, and then so 25 total because I can add my charisma modifier to fire damage.
Unfortunately, so you hit it with this fire damage, and it's like, oh, spicy. But then the slimy skin of the Brekik seems to hold the fire back, and it will take some damage, but it does not regurgitate you, and you bump into, you hear a metallic chink as you Nettle, something bumps into you inside the Brekik.
Died.
Hi.
Hello.
Gray, you hear Nettle's voice call out to you.
He's
I'm
not saying.
yelling at whatever bumped into me.
Crew Kazel, you are up.
Oh, that's my spell slots.
Yeah, I'm okay. This isn't looking good, team.
This is not going great.
Luke, now would be a good time to wake up and save us. I'm gonna unleash my breath weapon. I need it to make a con save, unfortunately.
Is it really? I thought it was a dex save.
Mine's cold, so it's con.
Oof. Yeah, that's gonna be a 19.
Okay, it still takes half.
All
Oh
right.
shit! Rolled so good.
He's rolling good tonight, folks.
7 cold damage.
So you unleash your breath on this Brekik, and it's like, and is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I want to do a lot, but no, I can't do anything.
All right, Nettle, you're up. Cat's on deck.
All right.
You are inside the Brekik still.
Yeah. If I hit, can I unwavering mark him from inside?
Sure, why not?
Attack me, coward!
Alright.
There's nothing that says you can't use it, so.
First attack failed. Second attack probably also failed. It's 13.
What?
13,
What was the first one?
11.
So Nettle, you're just kind of flailing about inside the Brekik. Things are starting to look hopeless for you. Oh.
Oh,
I have a thing that I might have forgotten about. I'm gonna use my bonus action to regain 1d10 plus 6 HP.
Okay, then that'll be your turn.
Yes, it will be.
Cat, you're up. Roz is on deck. You are still grappled by the Brekik. 2 of your comrades have been swallowed by it.
If I'm grappled, I have disadvantage, so I don't get my sneak attack, right?
Correct.
Cat is just like swearing violently. I'm gonna try and wriggle free again.
All right, wriggle away.
Are you saying beans, 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 beans?
spicy.
Yeah.
So you're trying to break free, and it just licks you.
I'm rolling with my real dice. Screw roll 20.
Me.
And it just gives you like a really sinister look as you're trying to break free.
Fuck you, Toad.
All right, that Chris, clippable moment right there.
Thank
Fuck
you. Yeah.
Toad.
What's the time? 2:54. I got it.
Roz is up. The Brekik is on deck.
I think she screams when she sees a lick cat. Like, it's one thing to lick a toad without consent, but when a toad licks you without consent, that's not okay.
That's crossing a line.
Tell me about
Yeah,
it.
that's too much. It didn't seem fun either. It seemed creepy and bad.
Gonna cut off its fucking tongue.
She's gonna try to blast it again. She's gonna specifically aim for the tentacle that's holding Cat to try to get
Called
it.
shot. All right.
Are there rules for that?
I will wing it. I will wing it.
All right. What do you want me to do?
Tell you what, we'll take a minus. I want to
Just-
keep it even.
You just do like sharpshooter rules where you take
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. Is it minus 10?
5. I
Minus
believe.
5.
Yeah, we'll do sharpshooter rules. Minus 5 to hit the thing, and then the next attempt for Cat to break free will have advantage.
Okay. So she's gonna go for it twice. Hopefully one of them hits.
All right,
First one at the -5 is a 17.
that'll do it.
That's 11 points of force damage, baby. Cat, we're gonna get you free. And then the second one is a crit fail.
No.
Roll
No
me,
cat.
roll
God.
me damage on that.
And then I kill Cat. That's actually pretty good damage. It's 12 force damage.
Do you
So-
push her out?
So
Jesus.
Roz, you're attacking the Brekik with just reckless abandon. You hit the tentacle, but you don't realize you also hit Cat with one of your blasts as you're hurling them towards this tentacle. Cat, you take 12 points of force damage.
She's fine.
If you have no other actions, the Brekik will be up.
As a bonus action, I'd like to go,
Ooh.
and that's it.
Gray, you are on deck. The two in Gray and Nettle, you take 11 points of acid damage from the digestive juices inside the Brekik. And now it's the Brekik's turn.
You said 11?
Yeah.
You still up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't a very confident, yeah.
Yeah.
The Brekik's gonna attack Cat.
Oh God.
A 23 to hit.
Son of a bitch.
We're gonna get killed by a toad.
By a
You
giant.
can't die like this.
What a way to go.
After all the moths that we've survived.
Yeah.
You're gonna be
Yeah,
a
you will
toad that
see-
gets left.
No.
You will take 23 bludgeoning damage from the tentacle.
I'm out.
So it just squeezes so hard, Cat goes out like a light. Crew Hazel, you're also going to be attacked.
No.
By... oh,
As Camille would say, mother bitch.
mother bitch.
You can't hit me,
25
stupid frog.
probably does, huh?
Yep, that'll do it.
Yeah.
We can't die here.
Crew Hazel, you take. Oh. fuck. I you see, I don't want to like. I don't want to say
Hit me.
like.
Hit me.
I'm not. I hate that. Oh, DM versus party. Like I laughed. Like, oh fuck. Like I'm scared for you. 25
It's okay.
points of damage.
We got
Nothing.
ourselves into this.
Nothing. I'm still up, baby. I'm a warrior.
Hazel. Warrior. Crew Hazel, you get squeezed. And just, I'm a warrior. Cat's out. Crew Hazel is holding on for dear life. Gray,
I'm fine.
you're it. Crew Hazel's on deck. Gray's up. Gray, you are inside the Breck, restrained, blinded, and bumping in the nettle and slimy frog stomach wall.
Okay, 2 Eldritch Blasts coming up at disadvantage.
Sounds like a plan.
Kill it.
That's a natural 20, but. Two natural 20s in a fucking row.
Okay, that's okay. Roll for damage.
Where is my fucking? No,
Don't do this to me.
can you see it?
We believe you.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Can you see it?
Definitely couldn't, but okay. I can't fucking believe that shit. Don't fucking toad me right now.
I'm not toading anyone.
You're trying to toad me.
Some would say I'm a toady type of fella.
That is 10 points of force damage. Is it like pushed, like with us in it?
No, we're gonna say. So you're blasting. You still. So you blast the Brekik from inside. It just.
Okay, but its speed should still be dropped by 10.
It'll be yes. The speed of its bowels is dropped by 10.
No, don't poop out nettle.
Well,
I like to imagine it being like, you know how you have a magnet on top of a table and another one underneath it, just scooting it around, and if you see the cop, you don't know what's happening. It's just weirdly scooting.
That, or it's like its stomach is just like puffing out,
Yeah.
like alien style.
So my second blasts were a 4 and a 4.
Yeah, those won't do it.
You
So
did
you
it.
try to blast it again, and like the stomach rumbling and the belch throw you off. Crew Hazel, you're up with Nettle on deck.
Okay, bonus action. I'm gonna close my eyes and center myself around nature and try to be patient and just pray to all three of my deities and say, if you have to take somebody, take me. And then I'm just going to blindly throw my last spell slot with a level 2 ice knife at this fucking thing.
Go for it.
Hope it eats shit.
I have done nothing to this toad. This
18.
whole fight. Useless.
18, and I need it to make a dex save if that hits.
Alright. That dex save is going to be a 7.
Come on, baby.
Hits.
Oh, this is
Oh, baby Joe. Here we go. Here we go.
14 cold and 4 piercing.
So you blast this thing with the ice knife, and you hit it in like its shoulder, and it blows up and blows ice into half of its face, and it just, and you're getting like the spit flying at you as it, you're staring down the maw of this giant frog creature.
You said this thing was looking rough like a half hour ago.
I'm
Last
tapped.
All right, Nettle, you're up. Cat's on deck.
I'm out.
Kill it,
Death
Nettle.
saving throws, y'all.
Stab
Alright.
out of it.
Two attacks at disadvantage. No, it's so sad. The higher
What?
one was an at 20.
Oh, what'd you get?
That's a 12. It doesn't hit.
All right.
This one, it's a big 8.
So Nettle, you're just flailing about inside the Brekik, trying to hit it, and to no avail.
Where's that nat 20, Megan?
We need the nat 20.
It's a
I
death
have
save.
plans for it, although they might not matter.
We're
We're all,
about to die anyway.
we're all gonna be dead. Rosalind uses her nat 20 on a death save later for herself.
Someone must continue the star touch.
As I planned all along.
Cat, you are up. Please make a death saving throw.
14.
Yes.
That's a save. Roz, you're up.
Kill the fucking toad!
Kill it! Kill it now!
Rosalind, we're the only ones left.
Twice. I just don't know what to do other than blast. I blast it once. I get an 18. Does
That'll
that
do
hit
it.
it?
That'll do it.
That'll do it. It hits for 13 points of inky black creep damage.
Okay.
It's still alive. I hit it another blast.
Oh,
That
no.
one, that one
7-9 on that one.
that
probably
one-
hits.
missed. The first one hits, and you end up blowing off the tentacle that's holding Cat, and Cat is on the ground, safe and sound. Well, not exactly safe and sound, but.
All right, with my movement, I am running. I'm booking it toward Cat.
All right.
Luke, you piece of shit! I'm just so.
Everyone inside the Brekik will take 3 points of acid damage.
Oh no!
I rolled minimum there.
Good.
Thank God, we deserve some good luck.
I'll believe you rolled minimum.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I don't fudge except when I suck at math. And there's no modifiers to this. So, and then the Brekik is going to attempt to tentacle Raz. 15.
For AC?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
So
No!
you get swiped up into its tentacle,
That's obnoxious.
and you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
And
Big
then
owl.
it's going to tongue Cat.
Oh no! Oh no!
I don't like that.
Oh.
What does that mean?
He's gonna eat her.
It's so creepy. You said 16 points.
Yep. Oh, holy
Oh no! It's good.
It's your, Cat, what's your AC? Because I got an 11.
Oh, it's a 17.
So it tries to bite Cat, but like Krukazel's like,
Just-
great, you're up with Krukazel on deck.
Oh man, I
The
love
amount of
Warlocks.
terror
But
I felt in that moment was unreal.
why do I only have 2 spell slots?
You picked Warlock. Don't say you made this choice.
Just Eldritch Blasting again.
Do the thing.
Okay, well the lower
That's all
one,
we have.
the lower one is a 21.
That'll still hit.
Alright, kill it.
That is 7 points of force.
Okay.
And then my second Eldritch Blast is like a 26.
Those will both hit.
Kill it. It's from
Don't make me
indigestion.
go again. I don't have anything.
And that's 10 force damage.
So you blast it from the inside, and it's just like, and it's getting angry. It's
No, what? It's
Still
just
alive.
Krukazel.
I don't
You're
have
up.
anything.
Melee attacks. Go.
Must have cantrips.
I'm gonna again. It'd be real nice if you guys were here. Jordan Tarax, you know the other two.
You can't think of their names under such duress.
I actually can't too.
Azor Bale and Boreal.
Yeah, I'm forgetting Boreal. Yeah, okay. I guess I'm gonna. Dude, I literally don't have shit. Can I use my dental hygiene?
What are you gonna try and do with that?
Floss, floss, floss. No, I'm gonna cast fucking Thorn Whip, I guess.
Go for it. What are you gonna do? Like, try.
I'm gonna get my floss out and lasso it around and try to get it in its mouth.
Worse.
I'm the best dentist in the West. That's a 21.
With disadvantage?
Yep.
Holy fuck! Yeah, that'll do it.
I rolled a 17 and like a 19. What is that? 2d6. Sorry.
Oh my god.
My floss lasso has never let me down before. That's 9 piercing damage.
So you start flossing it and pulling teeth out with your thorn whip. It's just we'll say because you're pulling teeth out, it'll deal less damage with the bite attack.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be bleeding.
Good.
at all.
God damn it, Nettle, you're up.
So how's your weekend?
Ah, man, damn.
What
Nettle,
did your friends get you for your birthday, Megan? Oh, we just murdered all the characters.
We killed everyone.
happy birthday, I guess.
This one doesn't hit.
What is it?
I rolled a natural 2, and the second one doesn't hit either. So
What was the second one?
it was an 11. I know what doesn't hit at this point.
Punch it.
Cat, I need a death saving throw from you.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
here we go.
I'm gonna die.
14!
She's safe for now.
It would
Raz,
have been great if I got these earlier, because with my dex bonus, it would have been an 18.
Raz, you're up. You're grappled by the Brekik.
I'm gonna actually, I guess, try to mechanically do something good and have my familiars give me a help action.
Okay, yeah.
I hate doing efficient things like that. But so I would have disadvantage on the attack, right?
Yeah.
So that cancels out the first one. So I will blast for the first one. So that's a 21 to hit for 11 points of force damage.
Okay.
And then the second one, 15 to hit,
That'll hit.
8 points of force damage.
Raz.
Oh,
All the rage and hatred for this fucking frog, and fuck Luke for making you come out here and put
Fuck
your
Luke.
friends in. And you just and you see these giant skeletal wings ascend from behind you as your eldritch splashes. It's just this massive beam and just blows off the top half of the Brekik, and as it just the rest of it slumps to the ground, your friends pouring out of its gut. Krukazel falls to the ground from the tentacle. You do as well. You, as a group, have been victorious against the mighty Brekik.
Spare the dying on
And
my
you-
cat.
You immediately run to Cat and just spare the dying.
There's a health potion in my bag.
She's doing what she knows how to do.
I'm gonna go lay down somewhere. Just
Nettle,
lay.
Gray, you're covered in this gross bile from being within the Brekik's gut.
prestidigitation. I'm clean. Nettle's not. She likes it. It's fine.
Clean me, please.
Oh, fine.
So here you stand within the hollowed tree in the mud, victorious, standing over that blown up Brekik. Its corpse just kind of just bleeding out and spurting and twitching.
Gray is just like, God damn it, Luke.
Can somebody do something with Cat? She's not moving. Guys,
I'm out.
I will start going through her things.
You find a health potion.
Yeah, I'll feed it to her.
Look.
What is that? 1d4 plus 4? It's just a
Uh,
basic one.
I usually do 1d6 plus 4.
I'll take it. 5. So 9.
I killeth and I maketh live. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
So you shove this health potion, the bottle, just into Kat's face, and you make sure she doesn't like drown in health potion. And her eyes, she comes to slowly, the grips of death almost claiming her.
Technically, it's 2d4 plus 2, but
2d4 plus 2. Not bad.
Okay. Then take the 2d4 plus 2 if you wish, but you'll be up.
I'll just leave it. It's fine.
Nettle, the horrific Brekik that has terrorized Acorn for years, lays slain at your feet.
I've been so useless.
Aren't you gonna check on your brother?
She gives the Brekik's body like a kick for good measure. Since she didn't get to slay it. And she runs over to Luke's side.
All right, if you'd like to make a medicine check to see if Luke is still alive.
We'll see. Man, this specific die has been cheating me tonight.
Throw it out.
She's got the curse now.
I
It's
need.
over.
Crook Hazel, why'd you do this to me? Switching dice. Okay, but that's a big 8.
Nettle, as far as you're concerned, Luke is comatose. He's not moving. He might be dead.
Help! Anyone help!
I'll go over and try to make a medicine check, but I'm tapped. I
All
don't
right,
have
make
anything.
your medicine check.
I'm gonna stay here on the ground.
17.
Crew Hazel, you're doing the whole checking for a pulse thing. He's alive. He's unconscious, but he's alive.
He's fine. Rosalind, do that weird thing, and I'll roll over and just kind of eat the dirt.
Rosalind is like awkwardly petting Cat's head, and she looks up. What weird thing?
The death thing, the stopping the dying, and the, you know.
Oh, okay. And she'll stand up and walk over.
Boop, boop. Luke is stabilized. He's still unconscious, but his condition is now stable.
This is the best I can do. I make them stop bleeding, but I don't make them reverse bleed like you do sometimes.
Can you make me stop bleeding? Just say muffled on the ground.
Sure. Boop. I guess you're the die on Crook he is stabilized.
That was nice.
I'm gonna strength check to drag Luke, and it doesn't work because I'm half his size.
You also can toss him over Maximus, who trots over to you
That
and
was
starts
kind of
licking.
the plan, but I also rolled a 6.
Yeah, you're in such a strange emotional state. Well, not strange, but you're just so emotional right now. You can't find the strength to pick up Luke.
Is anyone gonna help me?
No.
Crew Hazel's a grumpy boy.
All right, trying again then. This time I do better. It's a 22.
So you're able to hoist Luke up onto onto the saddle on Maximus. Your compatriots are kind of just collecting themselves and kind of just like after that battle.
I would say if I were just gonna describe what I'm doing in just a few words, I would say I'm just taking a short rest. You know?
Nice.
Just like a
Short
short rest.
I'm sleeping, like low key.
Crew Hazel wants to take a long rest, is what I'm hearing.
Well, he doesn't, but he needs to.
I want to search around, see what.
Go for it. Roll investigation. Crew Hazel, if anyone wants to make a nature check, just either on the bracket, the whole area, feel free.
So, natural 20.
You're searching around the Brekik's den. You're kind of looking through some of the dead bodies. You find one with a little potion of red aether on it because convenient plot device.
Shit.
There's just an assortment of bodies within this place, and as you're looking around, you kind of come to the conclusion that, you know, if all these people and creatures thought the Brekik lived here, it might be a safe place to camp out for the night, for the day. You know, if you need to sleep.
Oh, I'm like actually sleeping. Like I'm.
Crew Hazel's out. Okay.
Cat's out too. She's just.
Nettle would like to meet everyone back at Acorn later. And
Nettle, you're gonna trek through the swamp alone.
She wants to take Luke back somewhere safe where he can get medical attention.
He is stabilized.
Luke is stable right now, Nettle. If you try to bring him through the water, you're both going to drown.
Would Maximus be able to swim him across?
That would take some difficulty.
Can we at least short rest?
He's actually a tall.
Nettle, not that you need it, but no one can help anyone right now. So, I think
He'll
we
be
wait.
safe here. He's fine.
I believe after an hour of being stable, he regains a hit point anyway.
Yeah, he would.
Be okay.
All right, I guess we'll take a long rest amongst all the smelly bodies.
Hey, Crew Hazel.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
Oh god.
The moment we've all been waiting for.
Dreading.
I forgot.
I need a
Hey,
night check.
Chris, why don't you take a nat 20 on that good?
Thank God. Or a nat 1.
What?
Or the nat 1.
I thought I could kill him right now.
I rolled a 6. but yeah.
All right. So, Krukazel, you'll de-age. So you're as you're dreaming, your deities visit you. Azor Bale's kind of floating in the starry cloud above. Now is not your time. You must continue to guide them, Krukazel. And it breathes starry energy onto you.
For the first time ever in Krukazel's life, he is biting his tongue to the things he wishes to say to his deities.
And they slowly vanish into the night sky in your dream. And
Thank you, Megan, for not killing my character.
Krukazel's not geriatric anymore. He's senior citizen. He's maybe Randy.
Oh, good.
You're able to rest, regain hit points, spell slots, everything. And the journey back to Acorn, with the help of your familiars who scouted out the swamp, so willingly, you will be able to return to Acorn safe and sound, journeying through the swamp the way you came. You have the rope thing set up and everything. So after a few hours, you're able to return to Acorn in time for Rose's birthday party.
How's Luke doing?
Luke's doing good. He's come to. He's kind of like, Nettle, that's you?
Nettle is scolding him viciously.
Oh, Nettle, I'm so glad to see you.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm being a hero like you.
No, you can't come here alone. You almost died.
Well, someone had to slay the Brekik. He was eating halflings.
Yeah, she did. And she, Nettle, points back at Rosalind. And it took all of us.
Yeah.
How could you be so... Stars, how could you be so stupid?
I wanted to prove to you I could be a hero too. Maybe Mom and Dad would let me go on an adventure.
Did you ask them?
No.
I asked them.
Yeah, well...
I didn't know where you were.
Well, if I told them where I was going, they wouldn't have let me go. No one would have gone. You know how it is in Acorn. You say the Brekik and everyone shrivels up in fear.
Luke. And I'm gonna lean down next to him. Where exactly are we at this point? Are we back in Acorn or are we
You're
still...
entering the farms of Acorn.
Okay, so are there trees around?
Yeah, there's some trees around.
Okay. Let me put this in a way that is very, very simple for you to understand, boy. I'm gonna cast Shatter on one of the trees behind me.
Ooh.
Just wave it and just... This is essentially trying to make an intimidation check.
All right, go ahead and make your intimidation check.
That's a dirty 20.
I'm sorry. I really didn't think about it.
Quiet.
Mm.
You are an extremely stupid child.
Mm.
But you are very brave. And bravery and stupidity are two sides of the same coin, and I don't know what I'm saying, but you're an idiot.
Don't you ever... Yeah, understood, mister.
You see, what I did there is enough to put you down for the count.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't have even scratched that thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for saving me and slaying the big mean Brekik.
You thank your sister.
Thank you, Nettle, for coming to save me.
Thank her again.
Thank you again, Nettle.
I'm gonna smack him upside the head and
Ow!
Stop being stupid.
Okay.
It's just Nettle's half his size, and she's just hands on her hips, staring up at him like this. It's all right. Now I won't tell Papa where you've been. I won't tell Mama either.
I will.
Promise not to do it again.
Well, the Brekik's dead, so there's no need to do it again.
Oh, we are absolutely telling your parents that both of their children tried to run off and fight a toad by themselves. If you think we're not telling them, you're insane.
I cut off
thought
the
people
eye stalks, by
died.
the way.
What's up, Chris?
I cut off the eye stalks, by the way, and I'm bringing them home to Randy.
Yes. Well, I thought the Brekik was maybe just Mrs. Wiggles' size from what Sprocket said.
That's still basically as big as like the people you grew up with. So like, and you're a child.
I suppose I am 15 years old though. You know, there's people, and Nettle's younger than me.
Yeah, I'm 18, and that thing almost killed me. So
I'm 92 and I almost died.
You look about as old as Dad, but okay.
Well, now I'm younger. Damn it. I don't have time. And I'll go over and I'll pour out a peppermint into his hand from my magical bag and I'll say, ah, damn, all out. Well, let me tell you about the time we killed moths. And I'll recount the tale of the moths and how well that went.
Beautiful. And I think with that is a good point to end tonight's session here on SteamSpell. We fought the Brekik, which, for everyone's information, mechanically speaking, the Brekik was a froghemoth, as seen in Volo's Guide to Monsters on page 145. Y'all took down a CR10 monster. Congratulations.
And I almost died.
Did we level up again?
No, you didn't level up.
Oh.
It's a good thing we leveled up before we fought the damn thing.
Good thing.
Yeah.
So, the Star Touch saved the Luke from the jaws of the Brekik, and that catches next time on August
Whoa.
14th, where we will be back with the next episode, and hopefully have a little more celebration with the birthday party. We have a fun dice giveaway going on our Twitter. Feel free to go check that out. Like, follow, retweet. Thank you, Variant Rolls, for the raid. That was good. First raid ever. That's fun. And next week we come back with Agora's Bells, and we have a really fun schedule for August coming up. Calendar's in our Discord and is on our Twitter. So with that, I think we shall bid thee adieu.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I forgot I was the one ending the stream.